Bro, these things hit, man. Like lately, I've been drinking.
They hit good when you mix them with fucking.
Yeah, because lately I've been drinking wine, and it seems like wine gets me more drunk.
What do you mean you've been drinking wine?
Oh, that's the Jesus
wine.
drunk.
Like, where are you getting wine from?
From friends.
You must be hanging out with like females.
Yes, females.
Because females, females, the only ones that I know that can sit around and just drink wine.
Yeah, bro.
Listen, wine drunk is a whole.
Sitting around drinking wine is a great time.
Listen,
It is good
wine
for you.
drunk is a whole different kind of drunk.
Yeah, bro. 1 cup, I was like, God damn, this is like 10 times worse than drinking liquor.
Like, I can have a glass of wine, but I can't sit around and just drink wine all day.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
if we was going out to an outing, like, all right, I'll have a glass of wine, but I'm not going to sit there and just keep drinking wine. I mean, I know you will.
You never just sit up with the boo, drinking wine, watching TV.
You ever been to a winery? I always wanted to do that, just to try different ones to see what
you
kind of.
talking to the
No,
wine
I've
master 8 pounds.
I've not been to, but I've not been to a winery. I've been to a brewery. I've never been to a winery.
I went
That's
to
on
the
that's
on the bucket list.
I went to the St. Augustine winery. And you do like the whole little wine tour. You get different stops, and then you get to try different wines.
I figured this nigga
And
here would
then-
have been it.
But they got like a restaurant on top. I
Yeah.
mean, the shit was pretty dope. You know,
So you literally just stand like in a circle, or you go to different like
no,
little
you
booths?
you go throughout the winery.
Okay.
So like throughout the winery, they got different stations.
Okay.
So like you get to walk through basically the whole thing. And get to see like like the big spots where they be like I guess making the wine and shit.
Yeah. So they show you the different steps to take, how to make the wine.
Yeah, well, they don't tell you about it.
Yeah.
Maybe they do, but maybe because it was during like COVID that it was kind of like at half capacity.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like you went to this first one, they had like maybe I guess like dry wines, and then the next one you would go up, and then you would get like some like sweet wines and different shit like that. And then at the end of it, like you could buy wines, but then they also had like a restaurant shit upstairs where you could chill and do shit like that. So, but they only get, I can't tell like from a sample whether I really like it or not. And they only give you like the little cup and just a little bit. And I know you're supposed to sip wine,
Yeah.
but it's like, all right, maybe that's kicking, but you don't know how well it's kicking until you drink like a bunch of it.
Apparently, you're supposed to just. If you're tasting, you're not even supposed to swallow.
Yeah, you're supposed to swish it around in your mouth and then spit it out,
What?
so you don't get drunk.
So you don't get drunk. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, fuck that. What's the point?
Yeah, to get the taste that you like.
What is the point? Like,
The ones out in California, I hear like they do the whole thing. They tell you how they make the wine and they show you all the stuff. And then they have like an all you can drink shit. Like that's the shit I would want to do.
I'm surprised. That's what I was just finna say. I'm surprised you ain't been in Napa Valley.
No,
Like,
Napa Valley.
I need to hit California. I haven't hit California. Not for real. Like I went through San Francisco, but that was a layover and that was just like 8 hours. I want to go to California and just
to chill.
Yeah, just to chill.
shit. I wouldn't want to. I want to go to like. I don't know. I'm not into wine. You tell me some Crown, cool. Some tequila,
right?
Any day of the week.
Let's to a liquor.
A liquor,
distillery.
a brewery.
Yeah, I don't even need. I tell you, like I'm always in heaven every time I go into Total Wine because I know I'm gonna find some other shit. I tell you the worst part about like Total Wine was me and Andre when we went to Atlanta, right?
Yeah.
So he had to work that Friday, and I was like, all right, well you working. It was kind of we did it almost like a half Miami trip. We was like, what we used to do in Miami was we used to just be like, all right, we going. Literally, you take like a backpack and you would just buy everything wherever the hell we went.
Yeah, we got a friend like that.
So it was like, oh, we going to Tampa for the night?
Yeah.
Cool. We shoot over to Tampa, go buy
Yeah,
new
he don't bring
outfits.
nothing.
And then like, you know what I'm saying? You would do what you had to do.
Oh god.
I thought that was like the weirdest thing in the world when
Nah.
he did it. I'm like, bro, where's your clothes? Oh, I have to go buy them.
Yeah.
I'm like, so you came here with no clothes? He's like, no, I'm finna literally go shopping with them. I'm like, dude, come on, man.
Yeah. So, but we used to do that. That shit was fly. Like, because you didn't really have anything to plan. Like you put that shit together all rip.
Yeah.
So we went and I was on liquor duty because he was working.
Yeah.
So he's in the hotel. He got to do the work. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm going to go find some alcohol. I Googled Total Wine.
Yep.
And Total Wine's like literally like right around the corner from the hotel. Perfect spot, right?
Yeah.
Damn.
Total Wine's the shit, bro.
So I go and he's like, bring back breakfast. I'm like, all right, I got you. It's a little bagel spot next to the Total Wine.
Yep.
So I'm a double dip right now.
Yep.
So I go to Total Wine and I'm walking in that bitch and I'm looking around and I'm like, I don't see the vodka. I don't see the whiskey. I don't see the rum. I see the Pinot Grigio,
So this is a bougie
the
spot.
Malbecs or Malbecs or whatever. No. And I at one point I asked dude, I'm like, do y'all have alcohol here? He was like, no, we literally got wine and beer, craft beer.
Yeah.
And I was like, he was like, nah, like Georgia got some like rules that only certain spots could carry alcohol. I'm like, all right. He was like, it's a mom and pop place down the street next to like the grocery store.
Yeah.
I walk in that bitch, that motherfucker was taxing. But he probably had perfect right because ain't nobody else was
selling it, so you gotta
serving
mark it.
alcohol.
Yeah, that sucks because the Total Wine here.
No, but that's in Florida. But we all know Florida don't follow the same rules as the rest of the
man.
country.
Nah.
That's why, like when you look at that, like
Scientists don't play.
when that UFC shit, like when they was like they doing the UFC live in Jacksonville because they was like Florida was one of the first states to open up.
Yeah.
Well, we never closed.
Yeah, we
Right.
never closed.
Listen, my home state is dry on Sundays.
Ain't that like Gainesville? When Gainesville dry on Sundays?
After 2:00 in the afternoon.
We mean nothing's going down?
Oh no, they wouldn't sell
12
alcohol.
o'clock. It was 12 o'clock.
I can't remember if they wouldn't sell till after 2 or stop selling after 2.
No, it was after. No, they stopped selling after 12 and then start back.
12 in the
until
afternoon?
12, yeah.
Why? Because the college
It's dry on
atmosphere?
Sundays.
Yeah.
Just some old ass religious shit.
Yeah, they just wouldn't sell alcohol.
For how many hours? 6 hours straight? No alcohol?
12.
12?
From-
Oh,
I think it's 12.
Yeah.
Shit. That's where you gotta have a stash.
But yeah, Mississippi's like that. Like liquor stores and shit are closed on Sunday. So if you like,
you got the
it
little
was
bottle
crazy.
on
It was a
standby.
task because me and my homies would watch the wrestling pay-per-views, and I would always have to remember to get the fucking alcohol
the
Saturday.
day before because
Yo,
you knew everything else.
That's like DJ Will. DJ Will, you know, because he come over to the crib to take care of his mom and shit. He's like, you know, you got like $2,000 worth of alcohol in that cabinet. I was like, why you counting my motherfucking alcohol?
What kind of alcohol you got? Do I need to make a trip?
He's got
like,
9 bottles of peach crown.
No, he's probably got like some of that.
No, I got
Louis the 13th.
I got 10 bottles of peach crown, a
Oh.
big ass bottle of Crown Apple. I got a fucking bottle of Don Julio 70-year special, regular Don Julio Patron,
Oh, shit.
1800 tequila. My and you know what's right?
So you waiting for a special?
You know
night.
what's right next to my alcohol?
What?
My tools. Because that motherfucker had to go change his battery. And he was like, where is it at? I'm like, the tools is next to the alcohol, my man. If you know where the alcohol is, then it's right next to it. Like, I know you couldn't get your eyes off my prize. And that's just what I keep in the cabinet. Now, outside the cabinet, I got fucking like Bacardi, Tito's vodka.
Do you ever drink it or you just collect them?
I mean, it depends. Like, I'm not a drinker like that. I know every time most people see me, like, I'm usually with a drink. But like on a normal like week, like I don't drink like that. Like I only drink like if we go out or you know like today because
I'm the alcoholic. He's not the alcoholic.
Nah,
I feel you though. I feel like I don't drink every day, but I feel like you should have stuff to make a drink when the mood strikes.
well,
So,
yeah, that's what
y'all
I'm like.
seen-
I'm like if I ever wanted to do something at the crib, I would have it. But I'm still like kind of like brainwashed from my like DUI like class. When I had a DUI, they make you go take a fucking course about
You
substance
say
abuse.
brainwashing like your DUI class wasn't a good thing.
Listen, I'm not saying it was a good thing or not, but one, I shouldn't got that DUI in the first place. You know, like I gave people my keys, but they gave it back to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how responsible you could be is like when you're like, I'm too drunk to drive. Here are my keys. And then you somehow get them back.
Yeah, that one.
But
You know
sometimes
what
you probably fought it. You probably like, I need my shit. Give me my fucking keys back.
Maybe.
Yeah. I can,
Okay,
I can
see,
you
so
doing
that-
that. I can
see,
see him
you
doing
didn't-
this.
No. What had happened was it was game 5 of the Oklahoma City Miami Heat finals.
Yep.
So
Yep.
You know already how that was going down. Miami was up 3-1.
Yep.
Right? I got off of work. We were going to the Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yep.
Right? They had $2 Long Islands. And at that time in my life, Long Island was my drink.
Yep.
You know, like through phases in life, I have different drinks. Like I've never had one drink my life. You know, so that phase of my life, Long Island was the drink.
Yep.
So we get to the Buffalo Wild Wings. I'm there at 6. I don't think the game started till like 7 or 8. You know, pre-gaming. I'm in my LeBron jersey, the all-black shadow shit. Right? We was going.
Yep.
So, you know, who knew? You know, Oklahoma City still had a chance. Mm-hmm. But, you know, Miami came out and won. So, you know, it's a celebration for me.
Yep.
Miami, that's Miami's second championship. You know, it's the first one I really got to watch because I didn't really get to watch too much of the Mavericks finals and shit. I'm jamming. I'm drunk as fuck. Hand over my keys. I'm drunk. I go to the bathroom. Some dudes sees, you know, they see me in the Heat jersey. I'm probably one of the only ones in the bar, you know, Central Florida. And there were a lot of, you know, other fans. Mm-hmm. Where the Q sweat at? Anyway, so what I'm saying is, so dude bought me a drink and he was like, Miami still suck. So I pushed him. I was like, you know what I'm saying? Like when people do shit to me to like try and trigger me, sometimes it'll trigger me. Cause it's like, yeah, Miami, you may think Miami sucks, but you said it to me particular because you wanted a reaction.
Yeah.
And you know what? I'm not going to disappoint. You want a reaction? Here's one for yes. And then I was like sleeping at the bar. So they ordered me food. And I knew the bartenders there, like, because we used to go there all the time.
Yeah.
So they're like, yo, I used to make the bartenders, like, I used to take their tips and make them into rings and shit. And, like, you remember when you was legit? Like, you used to make the rings out of the dollar?
Yeah, the dollar rings.
Yeah, I used to take their tips and make them into rings and shit. Like it was almost like family there because we was there so much, you know. But I don't know how I got the keys back and whatever. Either way, I had a DUI. If you ever find my DUI picture, I'm in a LeBron jersey with a big scar on my face.
My favorite player, by the way.
Hey,
big shout out to LeBron.
Where were we going with that?
I don't know.
We talk about my DUI class. So anyway, so I got the DUI, right? They pull up and I'm in the bushes. Like when they finally woke my ass up, they was like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah. They're like, do you want to go to the hospital? I'm like, no. I just want to go home. And so they was like making you sign a paper that says, you know, you deny medical treatment.
Yep.
All right, cool. I deny medical treatment.
Mm-hmm.
They put my ass through the sobriety test. Epically failed.
Andre.
What are y'all doing?
Looking for your mugshot?
Bro, I got it.
Was being petty over there.
I got it. I'll show you the mugshot. I don't give a fuck about it. Like I look like a badass, bro. Like if you because I had the short hair at that time. Like I used to do the 1.5 fade, bro. Like you want to talk about? Remember that one dude that got arrested? What they call the light skinned dude?
Oh, the dude with the eyes.
Yeah,
yeah. The murderer that all the bitches wanted to hook up.
Hey, I'm telling you, like that would have been me. Like you want to see my mugshot? I'd probably get major play off my mugshot. All right. So anyway, so I get the DUI, whatever, you know, and then they make you go to class. So you're in the class and they're telling you shit. And the one thing that really stuck with me in the class was like, they're like, you have to know what alcoholism is. And I was like, well, what does that mean? And they're like, well, like if you rely on alcohol to change your demeanor, then you're an alcoholic because you're relying on the alcohol. And I was like, well, they're like, so like those people who say, you know, I need a drink to lighten up, or they go to a party and they drink and they won't do things till they drink. They're like, those are alcoholics because they're dependent on alcohol. Yeah. I was like, holy shit, you absolutely right. So then like, that stopped me from those days. Like, you know, when you have a hard day at work and people like, I need a drink. Yeah. I need a drink. Like, sometimes you'll say that shit and like joking.
Like the old folks.
But like, I really I'm against it because it's like how does that make the day any different?
Yeah.
You know what I'm
But
saying? Like
people turn to these types of devices. I don't recommend alcohol because it has damaging properties.
you say that with a drink in your hand,
Right.
I'm
I'm
wanted
just
to note
saying,
that.
like, some people, instead of that, they'll come home and they'll eat good. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really need something. They'll come home and they'll eat. Or some people come home and play video games.
Yeah,
I mean, sometimes you need that,
everybody got to fix it in like a device, like a
exactly.
certain stress reliever. Like I like to masturbate, so like if I'm really fucked up, like I'll jack off. Like,
Okay.
and then I'll get back.
I can't
I'll get back to business.
Moveset. Like, for me personally, if I'm upset, like, that's the last thing on my mind.
Shit, no,
you can
that's
try to
exactly. I'm
fight,
like, you know what?
exercise,
I'm
drink,
mad.
something.
I'm mad, and I'm about to take this shit out right now. Let's go. Pap, pap, pap.
Now, I could
You know what?
This
And
nigga takes beat my meat to a whole new me.
listen, I'm gonna tell you what's great about it though, right? Is that when you do it and you kind of mad, so you can't concentrate, so it take you longer. So you really got to put in that effort to bust a nut.
Yeah.
And then the water in the shower get cold.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that the other day because I was sitting there. I was literally doing it in the shower. Then like the water was cold, but it felt so invigorating.
Relaxing.
It's like the only time I could really take cold water is right after I really worked up a nut.
Yeah. Because your body's already in heat. You're already hot.
Bro,
already,
literally,
Yeah.
like you put cold water on, it's like, ooh, but like after I bust, I'm standing there cold water and I'm like, oh my God, this is the greatest feeling in the world.
So, like,
and you looking at me very unfamiliar right now.
Yeah,
like you don't know about
I
beating
don't
your
do cold
meat.
showers. But what I've noticed is maybe it's just me. Doesn't this shit make you kind of weak? Don't you get tired afterwards?
You do.
You be like,
Nah.
You want to go to bed?
yeah.
You want to go to bed?
All right.
I tell you, I love to start my day with a good nut.
No, that shit would tire me
That shit
out.
that shit.
Nope.
Oh man, clears the mind.
No,
You're ready to take on the whole world.
But it's different. It's different when you like beating your meat and then you actually like banging the chick. Like I tell you, like banging.
Both of them drain.
No,
Yeah, if it's
banging.
a release head, then like
No,
I'm tired.
banging afterwards. Yeah, oh, damn right. I'm ready to cuddle up and go to sleep.
Yep.
Even if I know I'm supposed to leave afterwards, like I'm still wanting to cuddle up and go to sleep. Like that's the key. You know, like, oh, we made a mistake. Hold on, we'll figure that shit out in an hour. Come on, let's figure that shit out. You know, but that's why, like with the alcohol, like I don't do it. You know, today we're off. You know, I ain't got to go to work. You know, I work late tomorrow, so
I think this is the only time I actually drink is when I'm like out. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
I would never drink if I'm at the house. It just doesn't add up.
I only if it was like a get together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like like if I'm sitting at the house on a Tuesday and I was off, I'd be doing some work on the computer, this and that. The alcohol's there, and I don't tend to it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, to me, if you drinking, it's for a reason. Like you want to loosen up, you want to do that. Okay, something. Cool. It's a celebration. We about to have some fun. Whatever. Okay, cool. But that's where I'm at on that.
The only time I used to drink at the house all the time, but that's when I was working 2 jobs. Like I would come home, make a drink.
You lying to me though.
I'm not.
Remember when I bought that bottle of Grey Goose and then you like you sent me the money for another one? You're like, I had a hard week at work.
I did have a hard week.
So you were like, buy another one.
But I don't really drink like that during the week anymore. Like I don't really drink.
All
like
right,
that.
so humor me here before we kick off this podcast. This week, right? You worked Monday through Friday. Mm-hmm. How many days of the week did you taste alcohol?
1.
Wow.
And I went out.
I went out. My man gets a gold star because he only touched alcohol once. No. And you sitting there with you babysitting that drink.
I'm not babysitting it.
You twisted, man.
Listen,
I think I should have bought you some twisted tea because you
listen. So
he's in his feelings.
We all know I'm not a super big drinker.
Yep.
But when I drink, I drink. Mm. I'm somewhere in between.
You lying. You see, like, I know you a liar.
Why?
Because, like, the one thing I do, and I do very well, is Snapchat and Instagram stalk.
Yeah, he does that.
So
I be
big time, bro.
Hey, but I ain't seen somebody in the club. Was it Friday or Saturday night?
Shit, Friday and Saturday.
All right, hey, you see what I'm saying? Like,
it's the weekend. I work hard. Listen, I am a business owner. That shit is hard, nigga. I got hacked by ISIS last week.
ISIS hacked what?
hacked my homeboy's account trying to get access to our business page, bro.
ISIS, wow, you know your shit is tight. When ISIS wants some South Beach beer in their life.
Well,
you know them ISIS fools is all about their beer. They're all like, oh, this is some quality product.
What was it? Ahmed and Muhammad. They wanted they both. They needed their South Beach beer for the Lolo.
So like. Legit,
why don't you send them a care package?
Brag or whatever, but like our shit is reaching people. Like,
but why don't you?
Like 70K people.
Okay, so why don't you send them like a care package?
Carpet bomb them motherfuckers.
No,
I'm pissed because
but I'm saying, but think about
that shit back,
but
bro.
but think about this though, right? Where you see the most beards, probably in the Middle East.
Yeah.
Right.
Listen,
almost.
I don't want that business.
I don't know how many.
I don't want that business.
I don't want that business.
Listen, it's legitimate money.
Yeah,
because it's
oil. It's oil money.
If your beard oil made it into like Dubai, you straight.
Well,
they got millions. They might.
Dubai is not.
Hey, but it's close to it. You start with ISIS, you get in Dubai.
We're
listen. If ISIS money is good enough for the United States, it's good enough for you. It's good enough for South Beach beer.
Isn't the ISIS? Doesn't the ISIS money come from the United States?
Pretty much.
No, they get money and they buy our weapons.
I haven't heard ISIS in the longest.
It's been a minute, man.
Bro,
they're still around.
I was so pissed. But anyway, we got the shit taken care of. It didn't do any damage to the business, but it did lock up my business partner's account, and we're appealing that shit now. So anyway, I said all that to say, I work hard. I had a hell of a week. Friday, got fucked up. Saturday, got fucked up now.
But okay,
I'm fucked up now.
Stress
right, wait. So I want to, before we do that, I want to kick off another episode of the Two Dab Crew podcast. This is episode 21 of season 2021. So you know what's the beauty of this is that by this time last year, I think we were on episode like 8 or 9.
Yeah.
You know, we're on episode 21 already. You know, we had a couple hiccups a couple weeks because of, you know, we all have legitimate jobs and this podcast doesn't bring in any fucking revenue. Like, we're literally doing this for free at this point.
We do it for the love.
I'm actually probably gonna be fucked on my taxes next year because of the revenue that comes in.
Yeah. Like
when I actually have to claim it.
Yeah, well, just make sure you're claiming expenditures to offset it.
Yeah, but so here's the point. Anyway, before I get into that, it's your boy Powder here. I'm here with the Lemon Pepper Boys.
So
yes, sir.
All three of them. All three of y'all.
Listen, if you haven't. Listen, a dry rub can be.
Hey, listen. Ghost, Andre, Ergoff, we're all here. And so it's funny you say that about the dry rub. Like I almost bought a lemon pepper shirt the other day. Yeah, like I look the new I'm Toxic shirts are out. I just bought one.
They look good, man.
The only giraffe shirt I actually got 2 of them. You know, some Two Dab Crew shirts I got
beef.
Hey, listen,
where's my shirt?
What shirt?
Exactly.
You mean your shirt design?
Yeah.
You too busy to sit down with me and design a shirt. You just said that.
Bruh.
How you want to design it?
Yeah. What type of I told you. I
explained to you.
Listen, if you send me, I could do it on the front. It'd be the South Beach Beer logo, and on the back it'd be the Two Dab Crew logo.
Collaboration.
Collaboration shirt.
Damn, bro. Ding, ding,
I
ding.
mean, I would just need a high resolution graphic. I'm assuming you guys are a legitimate business being hacked by ISIS. You would have a high resolution graphic.
That we do.
All right.
Would you like it in a PNG file, sir?
Yeah, exactly. See, my man is talking. Right?
I know what the fuck.
It took us 2 seconds to design our shirts.
Yeah. No, listen. One, not even you, ain't nobody buy a Styles by Dre anything.
Damn.
Not even you. like you want to talk about trash? Like you designed a shirt with the most minimal expectations. Like he was the next Kanye West out here. He wouldn't even buy his own fucking shirt. So
running up on his own shirt.
In the words of our homeboy Chewy.
Damn.
Listen, I mean, Ghost today got on the Bro You Trash shirt. and I've seen other people with that shirt on, so
I'm
they
just
have
clean
bought
as
it.
fuck today. Can we talk about my outfit?
I mean, you blending in with that couch a little bit, like,
Right, bro? I am fucking swag
Shit.
out. Talk about my outfit, powder.
Swag goo.
Give me some,
bro. You look like that. That shirt. That shirt look kind of like a Haitian shirt, like what a Haitian would wear to church. I'm just saying, like
Listen.
them the shirts Andre used to wear.
Listen, busy shirts are in right now, my guy.
Andre used to have. I used to call it his Haitian shirt. It had like a dragon on it
I
and
call
a whole
this my
bunch
shit.
of.
I used to have those too, bro.
Everybody had the dragon shirt, bro.
Listen, I call this my Migos shirt because this shit busy as fuck. And this is some shit
I-
they wear.
He used to have dragons.
I see that. You know,
I love that shirt, bro. That shirt was so comfortable.
Bro, those shits just
hey,
be annoying, bro.
Andre used to wear that bitch.
The wind would hit it well, bro.
He used to wear all the time.
Would you have an undershirt underneath it or just...
Nah,
But anyway,
Was it short?
nigga, I'm from Miami. It's too hot for an undershirt in Miami.
yeah, I stopped wearing undershirts when they started calling them wife beaters.
Nah, I still wear undershirts. I
Like-
wear a tank top, I wear undershirt.
Nah, I'm like, fuck that. Like, I got undershirts and like I wear them at the crib,
Yeah.
like when I'm chilling.
Yeah.
And you know, if I'm not doing shit, but like I don't wear them under a shirt anymore. You know, because if I'm gonna sweat, I'm gonna sweat. Like, and I feel like an undershirt with a regular shirt make you sweat even more.
Yeah.
But anyway, so how y'all boys doing today? We sitting there kicking off. I think we almost 20 minutes into the
know,
podcast
damn.
for the intro.
No, man, I'm good.
You know, like everybody seemed good. Andre looked a little sick over there.
Yeah, I'm hell sick.
You got
You
the
know.
sniffles.
I'm hella buzzed right now. So
I see that. It only take one.
That bitch stressed.
He's stressed out.
no.
Come
what
on.
it is,
Nah,
I
he
didn't
twisted.
eat breakfast,
He
and I'm
twisted.
sitting here drinking tequila.
You should have went to brunch, man. You didn't get no invite.
For real though, why didn't you go to brunch?
Listen, I have obligation.
He ain't had no invite. That's what it was. And
get to meet the fam.
of my life.
Hey,
You don't get to meet the
hey,
fam.
you don't get to meet the fam more. You know the daddy be the worst.
Yeah, the dad do be the worst.
Listen, you don't know my life.
The dad do be the worst.
You don't know my life.
But and y'all get
Listen,
like
Dad know what the game is, man.
and y'all get
That's how we got the dollar to
anxiety.
begin with.
Anybody
Yeah,
get
right,
anxiety
yeah.
meeting like a chick's like parents and shit?
Yeah.
Listen,
Like
Especially when the parents know that you smashing their daughter inside the other room, and then they give you that talk the next day, and like, hey,
you mean like you met them after you smashed
after I smashed
in their house?
in their house, because I would always sneak in.
Is that the wake up in the morning?
Yeah,
and
she would pretend like,
That's
hey,
that
I got mail.
that-
But it'll be me just.
That definitely got to be the worst. Is when you sitting there and you like you smashing and you fuck up and stay over the night,
Yep.
and then wake up the next day and
Yep.
it's like you got to do that walk of shame.
Bro, you got to
You be,
sneak out the house.
you be trying to figure out like, yo, they going to church?
Those were the good old days.
I can't fucking do that. Like that shit would be bad. But anyway, we got a couple things today. Where y'all want to start?
We could start with the date. Women just taking this advantage of us.
Oh! You want to start with my Kevin Samuel shit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought we were gonna have a little quote.
I know, but I was hoping to have other people's opinions on that kind of stuff. But you know what?
Because remember, you still got to do your 68 chapters. We are on chapter number 2.
we do need to start
Yeah,
on
we gotta
chapter
start off with
2.
that, man.
And I got the book here, Pimpology, 48 Laws of the Game.
By the way, I just need to let y'all niggas know I'm a motherfucking pimp. So
Oh, Jesus.
I probably could have co-authored. that.
But you know what? Maybe this rule applied to you. Actually, I think law number 3 is the law for you.
Are we?
Like,
I thought
that-
we were
that's
on law number 2.
we are on law number 2, but I have a glossary.
Number 2 is kind of.
So if you don't know, like we're going through the 48 laws of the game, and every week we're gonna give you a law of the game. It's the book Pimpology, 48 Laws of the Game by Pimp and Ken. You know, this the gospel here next to Kevin Samuels, in my opinion. But last week's law was purse first, ass last, and you know we all kind of agreed. You know, get your bag right first, and then
absolutely agree.
chase ass second.
Yep.
Right. So law number 2 is get a name in the game. What does that mean to you?
Bitches need to know who the fuck I am.
Oh, shit.
Ooh, Dolomite over here.
Drop the mic.
I'm just being honest. Like, bitches need to know who the fuck Jean-Pierre de Oleon de Saint-Fleur Ergoff the third. Jeez. Like,
They get me every time, man. They give me.
So what's that mean to y'all? Get a name in the game. Like, is it important? And we not just talk about in the pimp game. Now, please, like
In life.
yeah.
in life, get a name in the game.
So here's my perspective on it. Like,
So, go ahead. I'm sorry.
my
I
bad.
get told I talk too much.
Yeah,
you really do, bro.
Yeah, we called them out on that. We got you.
We
got you.
go. I sent them a text. I was like, y'all motherfuckers don't talk enough. They're like, you cut us off too much. I was like, all right, never mind.
Exactly. I
Go
told you that shit a while ago.
I
He said
completely.
next week I'm not gonna be talking at all. I'm like, whoa.
I said, go
I
ahead.
didn't mean it like that, big dog.
Go
No,
ahead.
like, obviously we need a leader. We need somebody to take, and you're the most funniest, interesting. But like when I'm talking,
The most interesting
Let me
man. The most interesting man.
Like the guy for the Dos Equis fucking commercials and shit.
right, stay thirsty, my friend.
See my friend.
But no, like, so obviously the things that I do, I woke up this morning and I got clean, but I didn't get clean for nobody else.
You got clean for
I got
yourself.
clean for me. But at the same breath, the way our society is set up, like, you have to make a name for yourself.
Yeah.
Like, whether it's business, whether it's personal, like, you have to make a name for yourself, because if you don't, you're just gonna get lost in the shuffle.
Yeah, man.
Like, you just you know what I'm saying? If you're not an
Average
average
Joe.
queen or jack, you one of the numbers, and nobody cares about that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, for me, like, and I realized that while I made a lot of good progress on myself, when I started when the business relaunched, I was like, I gotta put myself back out there. I gotta be clean.
Yeah.
I gotta smell good. I gotta look good. I gotta be on point all the time.
Yes.
Because when I go out and meet somebody, that's what they're gonna. That's the criteria. Like,
Yes.
that's what they're gonna judge you on.
First
Is
impression.
his shit tight? Is his clothes? Is his fit? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so you just play the game and you do what you got to do. So I agree with what he's saying. Like, in order to get anywhere, and even with females, like, you gotta be somebody, or at least make them think.
Make them think you're somebody. That's the key.
That's
You
the
don't have,
key.
yeah. You don't even have to be
somebody.
That's true.
If you make them think you somebody, what's the saying?
Yeah,
go?
but
You fake it till you
it,
make it.
But is that really a name in the game, though?
To me, it is.
Yeah, but if you don't got nothing to back it up, like, how long does that last? Like, I get to fake it till
There's
you make
niggas
it.
out here faking
No,
it.
yeah, but do you know they're faking it?
The first step is
What is the first thing you do when you find out a dude fronting? Like,
you clown them.
Think of our homeboy at work, right? When he was like, "Yo, I got the digits," right?
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like, "Oh, yeah." But when we was like, "All right, wait, no."
Yeah, there's nothing going on here. The smoke screen.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It ain't it shits on your name more than anything else.
Yes.
If you know somebody out there at least legit, and they're like, you know, like, hey, that's a stand up dude. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, like, avenue you take, to me, it's like, if you got a name in the game, you got something. Like, regardless if it's good or bad,
So there's
you got something. Good publicity, bad publicity.
It's still
is
publicity.
Publicity.
Yeah.
So
You know?
here's the thing. You're right. I never lie, but it's all about the spin. You see what I'm
You
saying?
be spinning game on these hoes?
No, spin.
Oh,
How
you be
you
spinning game on these hoes?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh,
So, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't necessarily have to, like, I'm not out here pretending like I'm spending $1 million on my outfit, but
Yeah.
it's how you spend it.
Yeah.
You
I tell
spend
you.
it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the same thing when I meet a business contact.
I'm in an $11 shirt and some $10 pants.
You could still probably pull them, bro.
But I stopped caring. Like again, when I was in my 20s, like with name brands, like I had to be name brand down. I mean, probably the most expensive thing on me is my shoes, these Vans, and these are the same Vans I've been wearing for like 2 years almost. Like
I feel you.
I love these shoes. You
I'm
know,
wearing the same forces.
I put more attention to my socks and underwear than I do my shirt and my pants, because it's like, if you get to see my underwear and my socks, you a lucky bitch.
Listen, my underwear game. I used to really think that wasn't important, But recently, I've upped my underwear game.
You just recently started taking care of your nuts. Good job,
like,
my man.
I would
Good
just
job.
okay, so like up until I would say the age of 30,
Yeah.
I would just wear these loose ass boxers, the plaid,
Yeah.
like nothing interesting.
Yeah.
And then, nigga, I figured out boxer briefs.
I know you got to show the print. Got to show
All
the
right,
girls
all
what
right.
you
No,
want.
that
So,
shit's
so,
just
so,
comfortable
I
as
got a
fuck.
question. Who here is a boxer briefs, or regular briefs, dude?
I'm boxer briefs all day.
What's the difference? Let's give the audience what's the difference.
All right. So
Shit, most people should know, even women.
All right, but even though.
You right.
All right.
I just go to the store and I buy the ones that I usually buy.
So boxers is just like shorts under your shorts.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
boxers is to me like wearing like, but that's what they are. They're shorts under your shorts. They got a little butt in the middle for the fly. You know what I'm saying? And then they almost like wearing like tight ass basketball shorts. Boxer briefs are tight. They're like briefs, but they're long like boxers. So it's like wearing a tight pair of shorts. Like almost like if for a female it'd be like bicycle shorts.
Okay.
And then briefs would just be like a chick wearing a bikini and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So it's all comparable. But to me, like honestly, like I'll be honest, I shame briefs all the time.
Listen.
Let me finish.
Okay. 'Cause I
Damn
was
it,
just
man.
about to come-
Listen, I'm trying to be nice today and let y'all motherfuckers talk, but let me finish
Yeah, you
when
know
I'm
what he sounds
talking.
like? He always be talking about Kevin Samuel. So when a woman says something on the Kevin Samuel show, hey, I'm about to cut your ass off. You better chill out. You better chill.
Listen,
Wait till we get into the Kevin Samuel.
Jesus.
Anyway, when I was a jit, I remember this shit vividly. Like it's certain things in life that always stand out to you. So when I was like in 5th grade, and I can't tell you too much before that because like I never was really in a stable household until 5th grade. You know what I'm saying? Like I would always be from house to house. Like my mom would kidnap me, my father would have me, I would be living with my grandma, I would be living in a foster home. Wherever the fuck that happened, like I started living with my aunt halfway into 4th grade.
Yep.
So in 5th grade, that's where you start. Like I had a stable residence at that point. You know what I'm saying? I was no longer moving around. And every time you move around, you lose clothes, this and that. Like nobody really give a fuck what they was dressing you in. You just had clothes on. You're only going to be here for 3 or 4 months. So we ain't really worried about what you're dressing in. So when I was in 5th grade going into 6th grade, like my aunt kept me in year-round school. So I went to like the summer program that gave you like high school credits and shit. And I remember on the bus one day, the dudes was talking about like the difference in underwear. I didn't know at that point. Like I was wearing, I guess, like I was wearing boxers because I felt like that was the thing to wear in the hood. And then they were talking about boxer briefs and shit. And when I put on boxer briefs, it's the most comfortable thing I've ever
Sir,
put on in life.
them shits is wonderful.
But like I couldn't go back to boxers. But to me, boxers and boxer briefs are almost the same. Briefs and boxer briefs are almost the same, but it's just like it's something about having shorts on that make me feel more of a man than wearing like briefs.
So I was just gonna say that. So I'm not even gonna lie. If I do have a few pairs of briefs, I wear them only on select times, and I know what the fuck I'm doing. When I
Do
wear
you
them.
wear your briefs so you don't show your panty line?
Wow.
I'm just asking, my man. Like, are they thong briefs?
No.
Like, are they like Deuce Bigelow? Like, I'm about to
No, my
gigolo
nigga.
briefs.
No, my nigga.
Are they just regular briefs?
They just regular.
Like Hanes Whiteys?
Not Hanes. Kevin Klein.
Kevin Klein? Who the hell is Kevin Klein? Is that the guy from Wild Wild West with
No, not him. Not the actor.
you talk about Calvin Klein.
Calvin Klein.
Oh,
Sorry,
I see that
said
tequila
Kevin
hitting.
Klein. You're right, bro. This shit is hidden. It's because I haven't eaten all day today. Anyway,
You could have ate. You just
Hold
choose
on,
not
hold
to.
on. We getting off topic. Ghost, how about you?
oh yeah. What are you?
It's weird because I really don't know what they are. They're
He's
real
a boxer, man.
They're real tight, and they have the little hole in the front to where you can just take it out. What are those called?
Those are boxer briefs.
Okay.
If look, I'm gonna show you. If they
boxer
cuff them,
briefs have legs.
no,
It stops like right here.
Okay, those are briefs.
If the end of the leg has kind of like like elastic,
Nah, these are real tight.
yeah, so they're elastic.
Yeah.
So they're boxer briefs.
Yeah.
No. It's the cut, bro. I'm serious. Like if your thighs exposed,
Yeah.
then it's a brief.
No, if it looks like you wearing like traditional underwear, it's a brief. If they come down the leg a little, he might just have some.
Did I just say that?
Okay. So you a boxer brief dude?
Boxer
And
brief.
we know, and we all know Andre Commando. He don't have.
That's not
underwear.
true. I've been through a journey. Like it went from it went from like tidy whities when I was a kid.
Bro,
to,
you wear tidy whitey?
Yeah, when
Yeah,
I was
my
a
mom used
kid,
to- when I was a
I
kid,
used to
my
wear
mom used
tidy
to buy
whities,
briefs for me.
and then it went to like where I wasn't wearing underwear at all because that shit was just mad uncomfortable. I always hated boxers, and then like in my early 20s, when I would wear underwear, I would wear briefs, and now I wear briefs most of the time.
You know what's funny? I thought it was like the craziest thing in the world
never would
that
expect
people
you to
would
be a
never
brief man.
never wear underwear. But now that I started doing it, bro, I've been missing out.
No, like honestly, like if I'm at the crib, like I hate wearing underwear.
Yeah, because it feels like it's just
If I'm
restrained.
if I'm at the crib, literally, like if you ever see me some basketball shorts and I'm not on the court, I'm free balling.
Listen, I'm the opposite. I feel like so. Listen, without revealing too much. Well, actually, I'm gonna reveal it. Fuck it. I have big balls. Them bitches be swinging a whole lot, so I gotta keep them motherfuckers tied down. So I cannot
balls,
just be
big
commando like
balls.
that, because I'll hurt myself.
Oh man!
Your boy got.
If you just saw Powder's face,
Listen,
I got big balls.
I'm blasted right now, guys.
I got big balls, man.
Maybe this
Hey, that should be the next shirt,
fuck
bro.
gonna drive me
That should
to
be
the
the next
house?
shirt. I got big balls, man.
Bro, I do.
I got big balls,
fuck
man.
it. Like, them shit's huge. So,
no, listen. I'm all about the next shirt. Like, believe me, I put out shirts as often as I put out.
oh God, you see a big ball shirt?
But I'm saying, like, are you going to buy it?
Big balls, big calls.
Are you going to buy it? And listen, I want to tell right now as we're talking about merchandise because I'm gonna plug in my motherfucking shit.
Crew boxer briefs.
If you go to 2dabcrew.com and click on the merch link and then go to the merchandise website, if you use the code TOXIC right now, you're getting 15% off your order.
You heard it here first.
I put it on Instagram.
So
I put it on Twitter.
I mean, I'm just gonna shamelessly plug my shit too. So if you go to
here we
southbeard.com right now,
Yeah.
you can get free shipping on all orders over $40, but buy 3, you get 1 free for the month of June.
Ooh.
And listen,
Damn,
people buy
we
this
just
shit 'cause
give your
it's
shit
good.
away for free at this point.
You know what I'm saying?
So today, I don't even know how the fuck we got on the underwear conversation,
It was a good topic.
but I don't know how we got on it.
Powder.
Someone digressed.
We
Powder. Drunk Ergoff is your best friend. We fixed it.
But do you think most men know exactly what type of
do you
boxer
think
briefs?
you make it so
Yeah, they know.
so what so like to
Who
me,
teaches them?
to me
like?
to-
What do you learn from?
Well, listen,
well,
it's
that-
basically when you're a kid, it's basically like what your parents bought for you.
Yeah.
Like, because my mom used to buy us briefs, so I was briefs up until like I like legit. I can remember my mom when I was like 13. She was like, "What do you prefer?" And at that point, I was like boxers. So then every time I got underwear, because obviously our parents buy underwear for us, it would be boxers.
Yeah.
But I just did that because that's what most people was wearing.
Yeah.
Like I felt weird wearing briefs.
Yeah.
But to be honest with you, up until from like a kid all the way up to like 13, I wore briefs.
Yeah.
And then I was like boxers, but then like I told like I
you know
told
what
them.
I hate and you know this is funny that you actually have to look at it nowadays, and we talked about that shit in an earlier podcast was that the briefs that don't have the dick holes in the front.
Yeah, because it's just weird. Because
So-
you gotta pull all the way down to even pee.
Well, so in that shit. So like, if anybody knows me, they know I have mad anxiety when I get into like a public restroom.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like to use urinals if I don't have to.
Yeah.
I like to be in the stall. I like to feel safe. I always feel like somebody gonna run up and try to shank me or some shit. You know, so like I want to feel like,
why you feel like shank. I would see if you was scared somebody gonna run up and grab your dick, but shank.
Nah, man.
no, I can see
Hey,
that.
listen, getting jumped at a urinal is like the thing that happened in middle school.
Yeah, man.
That's what
in
happens
Miami.
when you're
But-
toxic.
no,
Because
but
if
think
you
about
cool with everybody, ain't nobody gonna
yeah,
shank you. Right?
yeah, but
You don't know. You might
don't-
just be a random target.
You don't know. You don't know.
Like-
exactly.
At least when you're in a stall,
When you
gotta
look-
funnel the group
think-
coming to
but
jump
think
you
about
in one on one, and you can handle your business.
when you were a dude like me, you know, dudes chicks is scoping me
Hey.
out.
Hey, my guy,
Right?
Preach
I'm
powder.
drunk
And they
as
want
fuck.
they want to
Preach
catch
powder.
they want to catch you in the bathroom like you the motherfucker that my chick been scoping all night.
Yeah.
Right now they want to fucking come over there and try to regulate on
Yeah.
in the bathroom.
Yeah, preach, big
So,
dog.
Yeah.
I'm
And
buzzed
then
as fuck.
then when he's sitting next to me in the stall and he look over and he understand why his girl was looking, like that shit become uncomfortable.
Listen,
And if you got your pants down by your waistline, you can't just run away from that.
you don't do your pants by your waistline when you at a urinal.
If you don't have a dick
If you
hole
don't
in
have
your
a dick,
underwear.
yeah.
Okay, so what you do is you grab the whole. Okay, so this. I'm glad you brought this up.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Jesus
I bought
Christ.
a pair of fucking expensive ass designer fucking underwear.
Which kind?
They were
Tell
briefs.
us. Tell us. We need to know what designer.
Okay, Gucci.
You bought Gucci briefs?
Listen.
Hold on, let me Google that. Go
Listen,
ahead, keep going.
A, they were because I had never seen some shit like that.
Yeah.
And B, I was feeling particularly whatever. And I was like, is she going to see these Gucci's? Is she going to like this shit? So anyway, so I bought a pair of Gucci briefs. Got them motherfuckers. Didn't have a dick hole. Was very disappointed. But what you do, bro, is you just grab the whole fucking shit and just pull it up.
From the side, but that messes up the whole thing, though.
That's
No,
something.
'cause
That's
then when
something
you're
you do to
done-
females, man.
No.
You don't do that
Pull
to
your
yourself.
pants down, bro. You
Bro, you
absolutely
I'm
don't.
messing it up.
I'm not cool with that.
You just grab the whole shit,
Nope.
pull it to the side, pull that motherfucker out.
I ain't pulling
And
shit.
you always bragging on your shit, so it shouldn't be that hard. It ain't hard for me. And then you just fucking, and I don't even be bragging like that. But anyway, so, and you just pull that motherfucker out, piss, and then you put that motherfucker back in where it's supposed to, and it holds your shit in place.
If y'all would just pee sitting down like I do, y'all would be good in life.
Listen,
Hey,
when
wait,
I'm at
wait,
my
wait,
house, listen,
let-
I got
let-
a phobia.
Let's talk about that for a second.
Yeah, let's
Go
talk
ahead.
about that.
I was gonna say, like, were you ever shamed for sitting to pee down? Like,
Yeah, they always shame me to this day, but I don't
never
care.
been shamed
I'm
for
comfortable.
You ever heard that? Like, only women sit down to pee.
Yep.
But once if you
You're
had
not a real man.
but once if you had to pee and poop at the same time,
Listen, so
like you got to do two bodily functions.
I'm sorry.
Like, do you pee standing up and then do you sit down afterwards, or do you just like say fuck it, I'm taking a break?
I apologize
take a break.
to Powder, Ghost, and Andre. I'm a little tipsy, so I'm probably dominating the conversation.
You good?
It's okay, but let me go ahead and address this shit. So, I've never had this happen to me, but if a dude tells me that they didn't get up in the middle of the night and sit down to pee because they was too drowsy and like punch drunk, the fucking aim and shit, they lying. Because there's been many a night that I woke up in the middle of the night and I'm sleepy as fuck, I'm tired as fuck, but I gotta pee. I'm gonna sit fucking down.
Yeah.
Like, fuck it.
It's more comfortable and it just
I ain't
seems
gotta
like
worry
it's
about
more
keeping
convenient.
my balance. I ain't gotta worry
No,
about
I-
not
I-
hitting the toilet.
I agree with you. Like when I gotta if I gotta pee, I'm standing up. If I gotta
do
do
both.
both, I'm sitting down. If it's like I feel like maybe I could do both, I'm sitting down.
No,
Yeah.
I don't even have to feel like I'm doing both. If it's too much effort. to
Yeah,
stand up and
but
pee, I'm
I
just
but
gonna
I don't
sit
wear
fucking down.
I don't wear underwear at the time. And like right now, in my current situation, like with my aunt being sick and she being
Nigga, I
downstairs.
thought you was finna tell us your current situation.
No,
of like whether
I'm
you wear underwear. Or
No,
not.
I'm saying like I barely wear clothes upstairs.
So you be just booty ass nigga?
Bro, listen. I'm gonna tell you my routine, right? So you know what I'm saying, like with my living situation, right? Because my aunt, she's sick. So,
Yeah.
but right now she's downstairs. So the only time the upstairs of my townhome is 2 bedrooms and the bathroom.
Yeah.
So the only time she come upstairs is literally if she got to get something out of her room, or if she going to the bathroom. Or like to take a shower.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like it's cool.
Sorry,
What are you looking at? Damn.
I got a phone call. No,
Phone call.
Who's
Phone
it
call.
from?
Ring, ring, ring.
Is it a phone call or a whole call?
Honeybee.
I got a phone call. That's we gonna leave it at that. I'm not answering it. Go ahead.
Anyway, like, so what I'm saying is like, so my aunt don't come upstairs too much. So like when I like, if I'm in a work routine, so that a work routine for me is two or 3 days in a row that I'm scheduled to work.
Mm-hmm.
So say I'm scheduled to work Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Sometimes I get a shift like 7 to 6, 12 to 11, and then like 8 to 7. Right? So basically those 3 fucking days I'm working. So like I'll come home, eat dinner, go upstairs, use the bathroom, take a shower, and then I get out the fucking shower naked and get in my bed naked. I got satin sheets. That shit, like if you don't know what satin sheets feel like on your dick at night, like you just don't know what you live.
But don't
like.
you get hot?
have
Don't you
satin
get hot with satin sheets?
Nah.
Oh,
I keep
Listen,
my
bro.
house stay at 70 degrees.
oh, mine's at 68.
Mine too.
Yeah, 68.
Right, and you getting hot?
Ghost, I fuck with you.
Yeah, man.
My
You
shit
get
at
hot
68.
Are you sleeping in bed with somebody else?
Yeah.
All right, so that's the difference. You know what I got in my bed? I got a cat between my legs and a pillow that I'm hugging.
I can,
Listen,
okay,
me
I
and my Doja Cat
regularly
pillow,
have-
like we
Doja
get me and my Doja Cat pillow, we get down. Like,
I don't regularly have somebody else with me, and I keep
your
mine at
place be
68.
cold as fuck sometimes.
68, bro. But yeah. So I feel you though. For me, bro, it's super weird. So I had an ex-girlfriend. She was like, "Why don't we try sleeping naked?" That shit is weird for me, bro. I'm telling you.
No.
That shit's great.
With a female?
Oh, no, I did it.
Whoa.
But it's weird.
I need you to back up. Homie. I'm not trying to shame you on Pride Month, all right? Has anybody here slept with a female multiple nights in a row? Like I got
Multiple
like,
nights in a row?
I
In-
live
in-
with my
in
significant
in a
other.
row. That's
Yep.
what I'm saying. Because I gotta say that because Andre might be like, I slept with a chick one night. And that
He
was
wasn't
it.
saying, dude.
He was. So you caught that shit too. You caught
His lips started quivering.
No.
I've lived with my partner at the time.
Okay,
my ex.
so you slept with a chick for a whole week.
Yeah.
All right, you slept with a chick for a
Obviously.
whole week.
Yeah.
A whole week you slept
What
with a
does
chick.
live together mean?
Wow. I thought we was friends. Like I don't even know this guy anymore.
Yeah, I told you. He said he
Can
keeps
I
it all.
finish my story?
Yeah, go ahead.
I just asked a question. There was no story to be told.
I was telling a story.
Jean-Pierre Ergoff, whatever the
I
hell.
want to
his
hear about
name
this girl in his
Okay,
cuddle.
so if we gonna say it, let's get it right.
Yep.
Right.
Jean-Pierre de Oleon de Saint-Fleur.
Whatever.
Golf.
All right, so everybody here has spent a week with a chick in a bed.
Yes.
All
Yes,
right.
of course. So anyway, so we were living together, and she brought up like, let's try to sleep naked. So I was like, there's 2 things that's gonna happen. A, there's gonna be an increase in fucking because if sometimes
Yeah, because you get harder at night whenever you feel like somebody next
right?
to you. You wake up in the middle of the night like, okay, I'm about to get it in.
B, we talked about
The wake up sex is the best
Bro,
sex.
that wake up sex, bro.
It's the
Hold on.
best.
B, we
The
talked
greatest.
about these-
Morning
greatest.
sex too. But that wake up sex, god damn it, bro.
Bro, that shit is great because then, like, after the release, you just super tired and ready to go
Now,
right back
like,
to bed.
for me is like, and again, I only know this because I've been listening to the podcast, but like we talked about this before. But like I have a hard time concentrating, and in the morning I don't concentrate on shit. I wake up, my dick's hard. I roll over. You're naked. Yeah. It's time to go.
Yeah,
it's time to go. Exactly.
Give me that.
So that's what I'm talking about. So the frequency of like because it was an everyday thing. Like, bro, I can't keep my hands off my partner. That's the thing. If I'm in a relationship,
so what?
Especially when you first start.
Yeah, but I don't understand.
Not even when it first starts.
Just in general.
It's just in
but
general.
I don't understand at that point then why you say it's uncomfortable sleeping naked.
Huh?
You said it was uncomfortable.
I'm getting to it. Can you let me finish?
Okay, go ahead.
Did she try to stick a finger in your butt or something?
No,
Did you get
nigga.
uncomfortable?
Let me finish.
Okay.
So anyway, so I told her, I said, obviously, you know I can't keep my hands off you. This is just gonna make it even worse. And B, I told y'all about the huge balls. Mm-hmm. Like they can't just be roaming all over. Like that shit is uncomfortable. I don't know. Maybe you have small testicles. But my niggas with huge balls will understand that you just can't be around here naked like that all the time. Shit starts to roam, and then eventually it gets somewhere it shouldn't be, and then it get crushed.
It doesn't stay in place.
It doesn't stay in place. Because then it get crushed, and that shit hurts. Have you ever crushed your balls?
Sleeping? Sleeping, though. Yeah, if I lay on my stomach.
I usually, like, if I'm sleeping with somebody, like, I'm usually spooning them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so there's no way to really crush them because I'm laying on my side.
Yeah.
And I like to wrap my leg around. So like,
bro,
I couldn't do that.
I
don't know what you're doing.
You don't like to wrap your leg around?
Listen, I
like females to wrap their legs
around.
Well, it depends on how you spooning. Like, so if she's got her back to you, you know, you throw your arm like underneath her arm. And then she'll have one leg out. You throw one leg over it. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. Or if she's draped up on you, then you're laying flat on your back, and then she's draped across you like that.
Damn, bro.
Bro, it ain't.
You know what I'm saying?
Like, okay, so first off,
y'all sound unfamiliar right now.
I'm fat as hell. That's not gonna work. I get hot. We're not finna.
I mean, but what type of chicks are you usually dealing with like that? You say because you fat.
They're usually smaller because
smaller.
two fat people can't make it in the bed. Like that shit is super hot.
So does your bed have a weight limit like a Honda Civic?
No.
Like no more than 300 pounds in the back?
No, but my brain got a weight limit. Like you know what I'm saying? Anyway, so going back to what I was saying, so like that's too hot, bro. Like even if like.
But do you put covers on? Covers or no covers?
No covers. It's still too hot, bro.
I can't sleep without a sheet.
I
need at least a sheet.
Like,
I gotta have something over. It don't have to be
the protection.
So like in the wintertime, it'll be a comforter. Like right now, it's a fleece sheet.
Yeah.
And then in the summertime, it'll probably be a thin sheet. But I gotta have something that covers me.
Yeah. I feel you. No, I feel you. And most of the time, it's either a comforter or a sheet. Like in the winter, it's a comforter. In the summer, like starting spring, actually, it's your sheet.
Yeah. So,
but
like,
even then, I would get too hot if I was directly on somebody, bro. I put off some.
That's why you play the rich man game and turn up the AC.
Bro, it's at 68. How much lower do you need it to get to
65? Obviously, you need more.
You can get to 65.
Like I don't know why your body generating so much heat.
Because
you know what that means? That means you need a cold bitch.
Bad bitch.
No, I don't deal with
You ever been with a cold chick that's always cold?
No, I've been with
that shit creepy, bro.
I think that's every chick.
Every chick creepy, bro.
I'm not trying to brag. I was with a cold chick and I warmed her ass all the way up.
No, but the thing is that to me, like every chick be cold. Like
every chick,
most chicks.
The feel.
Most no. I mean, like they just like they always complaining that they cold.
It's not physically cold or emotionally.
You go somewhere it's 75 where it's like we'll be okay.
Yeah, I need a jacket. A lot of
they need a sweater or something. So like literally like you gonna have to like keep a blanket with them for most of the time.
Yeah,
you get like a little breeze. Like it's chilly out here.
Yeah.
You go into the movies, you're like, hey, make sure you dress for the occasion.
So I don't have that problem. Like if I'm sleeping with the chick, like say we're literally like getting ready to go to bed, I put off so much heat that I don't have that problem because they're like, shit, I just got closer to you and I was warm.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. My whole family, like my mom, she told me the other day, she was like, she was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do when I can't sleep with the fam because I'll start sweating.
Yeah.
And she's literally like 120 pounds. So she's a small lady.
Yeah.
I don't know. We just put off a lot of heat. So I haven't really had a problem in the bedroom when it comes to like a woman being cold because I put off so much heat. And that's why like I sleep in a sheet and shit. And also why I don't like to spoon because get too hot.
You know what I'm gonna do?
What you gonna do, bro?
Move on to our next topic.
I'll move on to the next.
I would love
topic.
that actually.
Yeah, go ahead, big dog.
Because you going off on some other shit. Like
Yeah,
I don't know
listen.
whether you like boxers, briefs, guys. Like you're just
Listen,
out
I'm here for it though.
You're here
I
for
don't
it?
even know why.
All right, so I want to talk about the topic of the day, and I wish we would have had our other person on the podcast.
Honeybee.
She canceled, and you know what? When you
She
can't,
didn't
when you cancel, when you
She had
cancel,
other obligations.
no, listen, no, that's a cancel, my man. Like
It's Father's
no,
Day.
no, I don't care what you call it.
It's Father's
No,
Day.
no. If I say on Tuesday, the podcast is Sunday, and then like even up to Saturday night, it's just can we adjust the time? There was no cancellation, and my man Ghost will tell you straight up. I don't like when people cancel on me on the last minute. Just go ahead and say like again. Remember that text I sent?
Yeah.
If you're not gonna come, don't come. Yeah. That's cool. I'm cool with you being like, yo, I ain't gonna make it.
Yeah.
That's fine. Anyway, point is. The topic I want to talk about is the shit that I heard on the Kevin Samuels podcast, right? And it was something that he got from the New York Post. And the New York Post posted a survey that a university did. Because when I saw this shit, I sent it to everybody. I was like, if I love you, I'm gonna send it to you.
Yep.
And it was talking about. It said 1/3 of women have admitted to going on dates with a man for the meal. Now, again, like we don't have a female perspective, you know, and to me, that's okay.
Yeah.
Because we're 4 men, right? None of us are, you know, super tied down to the point where we haven't been out with a female. So what do you expect? Now, everybody read the article?
Yes.
Yeah.
Andre, I'm looking at you.
Maybe I didn't read it as much as other people read it.
It was literally 5 fucking minutes, my man. Like,
It
my
wasn't
man,
5 minutes.
you've
It was
been
like-
It was
sitting.
a 3-minute.
It was
read.
3 minutes. It's 2 minutes.
Anyway, so the article said this, right? That 1/3 of women have admitted, and they only studied 1,200 women. So don't get into like, oh, they did this like vast
That's a
survey.
good sample size though.
Good sample
really.
size. 1/3.
women?
Listen,
Considering how many
1,200 women. 400 of the motherfuckers said that they've admitted to going on a date with a guy that they had no interest in for the free meal.
So I'll be the stand-in for the audience because I was too lazy to read the article. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna ask questions.
Okay.
So, what age were these women? Were these college chicks?
No, they
or-
didn't specify age range,
Okay.
right? But they did give some testimonials, and one of the chicks said that if she had to pay for the meal she got, that she wouldn't have been able to eat for 2 weeks. And they said that a lot of they called it foodie calls. And I've been using this term for like the past day because the minute I heard foodie calls, I was like, this is my thing. Foodie calls, right? That it was said that women who engage in foodie calls are more likely to have one night stands, or what was the other thing? Or send unsolicited sexual pictures,
yeah.
or some other shit. I forget what the third one was. So it's like, have you ever had a chick hit you up out the blue, like, "Hey, how you doing? We should hang out sometime," and then y'all go out to eat? Now, I will say this because of that topic. Like, I had been out with numerous women who offer to pay, or at least pay for themselves. So I know this isn't like a real statistic, but I would say like when I look back, I could say about 1/3 didn't offer to do anything.
So,
I can see that.
So I've learned in life, and not just specifically to women, but also to men, like friends. I've learned to put myself in other folks' shoes. So when I first read the article, actually, when you said it, it wasn't the first time I had seen this. And I thought to myself, I was like, okay, so what if the dynamic was shift and it was bent? What would I do? And my thing is, I'd be like, okay, I'm going to accept this chick's invitation for dinner and see if she can convince me. Game recognized game. So at this point, I recognize that if I do something to get a girl's attention, chances are she may not be fully invested.
Yep.
So I got to do other things to seal the deal.
Yep.
You feel me?
Yep.
So going into it, I feel like, and I think most men feel like if we're going to have a dinner, that's just
I'm going there to prove myself.
Exactly.
I'm going there to show you
So
that.
we don't
hey,
even,
hey,
we don't
I'm
even
going-
expect.
That's just me personally. I'm going there to prove myself.
No, but to me, so I've had this conversation. You know, again, you know, we're all in our 30s.
Yeah.
So like the track record isn't like, yo, you've been with one woman, two women.
Yeah.
We've been around.
Yeah.
So like my whole thought process on any of that is, if I invited you out to eat, I expect to pay because I invited you out.
Yes.
That too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like if I said, hey, we should go out to dinner Friday night, I don't expect you to pay. Just on my expectation. Like if I said I want to take you out and I took you out, in my head, I'm paying for the meal.
Yep.
Right? And again, I have had, you know, throughout life, I have had women kick back and be like, let me pay for my half. And it's like, nah, I'm taking you out. Let me, and then as you get into a relationship, then you guys kind of figure it out. You know, like if you're in a relationship, every now and then, you know, like your partner wants to pay. It's like, okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not gonna shit on you at this point.
Paolo, let me ask you this. So I'm an overthinker. So it's something you said, like when women ask to pay, does that really, like, for me, I'm like, well, damn, she didn't enjoy it. She don't want any kind of
I'm the same way.
obligation.
I'm the same
So, like,
way.
if somebody asked me, like,
No,
to go at half, I feel like I
Especially
did
if somebody I'm
something wrong.
interested in, if they offer to pay, I'm like, damn, I didn't do that good of a job.
Exactly.
It's not gonna happen twice.
I feel like, you
They
know,
want no obligation.
No.
They
they
want
don't
no
want any
obligation.
obligation or anything like that. So they're like,
As you
shit,
say
let me
that,
pay.
now I'm like, okay, but like when I'm in that situation, like I don't think of it that way. Like I just think of that they, you know, again, like maybe they're like, I don't want to feel like I'm obligated to do something
Because you paid for my meal.
because you paid
Hey,
for
I
my
want
meal.
something else. supposed to go
But
on.
again, at the same time though, like I respect it. You know, like hey, and I've gotten in fights. You know, like yo, no, this is not gonna happen.
There are some people like that.
People like to try to slide their cards
Yeah.
and shit, and it's like it's not about that.
Yeah.
If it's a thing, but knowing that 1 in 3 women do that as a statistic, and again, you can't knock a statistic. I was like, damn, and I start thinking about like, all right, if I've been with 24 women in my life, you know, and that could be under or overage, who knows?
Yeah.
8 of them didn't offer to pay for the meal the first night, and I could sit there and count. I could be like, yeah, I could see that number. How many women hit you out the blue? Like, hey, I haven't heard from you in a while.
Yeah. I had one last night.
You know, what's up?
Yeah.
Oh, what's up? What's going on? Oh, we should hang out.
Yeah.
All right. Does that woman reach for the bill? And I was like, damn, like I can't remember. I don't get hit up like that. So
But that's
like,
the whole chivalry topic coming back again. As a man, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but all right, so that takes me into another topic, right? With the chivalry, it's the whole Kevin Samuels thing, right? Like, I recently been listening to Kevin Samuels, and I swear this man speaks the gospel.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of women fucking hate Kevin Samuels.
Yep.
But Kevin Samuels, like, if you dig deep into... I'm just looking. I want to see what you texting. I see a picture on the screen.
You know, drunk text.
Yeah.
No, this is my mom.
Oh, okay.
What Gloria sent you?
Nothing. She called, and I was just telling her I call her after the podcast.
Anyway, so what I'm saying is, like, where was I going? Oh, so Kevin Samuels talks about, like, you know, women fucking hate that shit. But really, if you dig deep into Kevin Samuels' fucking, like, his thought, and some shit he says be off the wall.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
But it's like, literally, like, he's saying that you want equal rights, then take equal rights.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so he's like, women want equal rights, but then they don't want what comes with being equal. You know what I'm saying? And I thought about that because I listened to Kevin Samuels, and sometimes he says some shit, and I'm like it's like, women don't fear violence because men won't hit them, and I'm like, I'd never hit a woman.
That doesn't
You know
mean
what?
they don't fear violence.
No,
there are plenty
right.
of men that will.
But what I'm saying, but what I'm, you know, I understand that, but I'm saying that in general, like, the whole topic of conversations, a man won't hit a woman. Like, if you're a respectable dude, you're not gonna hit a woman. But then a woman wants everything you get in life, and then but doesn't have any of the repercussions or fears that a man has. You know, if you read into it, you gotta literally listen to this guy, because if you just fucking, like, hit him from the outside, it's gonna be like, yo, this sounds very chauvinistic. I don't know how I can fuck with this.
No,
you know
I'm
what I'm
familiar
saying?
with him.
But
I've heard of him. I've heard his stuff. I think, personally, that his perspective is spot on from a man's perspective, but I really feel like that's only half of the picture.
I completely disagree. Mm-hmm. Because, like, listening to him, like, he gives very much of a man's perspective, but to me it makes sense because I'm a man.
It's based exactly. And that's 50% of the
No, but I completely agree. And, like, his most recent podcast or stream was "Are Modern Women Toxic?" And you start the conversation with this. Like, how, all right, as a guy, right? How often have you gone out with a female and expected her to pay for the whole meal?
Never.
Never.
But
most of the time I'm inviting. If she invited me, I would expect her to pay for the meal.
Never.
Right? If I ever showed up for a date where I was, and I can't count on one hand how many times I've been invited out. You know, I mean, it's one thing if you're in a relationship and you guys like, hey, you know, date night Saturday. Mm-hmm. That's different. But like a interest hit you up and be like, hey, like, we should hang out.
So let me ask you this.
Right.
Because I said that and then you kind of. So if a girl comes up to you and she says, we should have dinner. Mm-hmm. I want you to come out with me.
Okay.
You still expecting to pay?
I still expect to pay.
Why?
Wait.
She's going to pay.
Wait. Before I answer that, I said I would expect to pay. Same question to you. Are you showing up broke or are you showing up with enough money to pay for the dinner?
I'm showing up with enough money to pay for both.
So now again, we look around the room and now statistically, I don't know about you, but three out of four.
I'm going to have enough money to pay because I'm going to do that regardless.
But
if a homeboy of mine said, let's go out to eat, bruh, I'm going to make sure I got enough food, enough money to cover everybody because you never know.
But even so, like me and Andre go out to eat, and sometimes he'll hit the bill, sometimes I hit the bill. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't count money like that. Like, in general, even with friends or not. But I always make sure if I go out with a female and I know there's some type of chemistry involved,
You gonna pay?
I have enough money for both.
Yeah.
So
If I didn't, then I wouldn't go out.
So I
make some excuse.
I think that should definitely. So the only difference between that and what you were saying right before that about going out with your homie and sometimes he get it and sometimes you get it, I think the only difference is we can be a little bit more transparent with our homies. So if you go out with your homie or like, you know, Andre or Ghost or something hit me up and they're like, let's go out to eat. If I don't A, feel like spending the money, or B, don't really have it, you just gonna say, hey, I don't have the money, I don't feel like spending the money. Mm-hmm. And then they say, okay, it's cool, I'm gonna get it or not. Yeah. But I think a general practice, whether it's your family, whether it's your homies, or whether it's somebody you're interested in, for me anyway, I'm gonna have enough money to make sure I'm covered and whoever I'm with is covered just in case, because I'm not trying to get embarrassed and be like, oh shit, I thought you was gonna pay for the meal and then you ain't got it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
exactly.
That's just a precaution.
Yeah, but
so I think what society then does is in the back of our mind, when it's a female, we think, oh shit, it's already expected of us. So even though she invited me,
I'm gonna go ahead and pay.
I'm gonna go ahead and pay because that's what's expected of me.
Again, that to me, that's what Kevin Samuels is. It's the message that he's trying to get across that nobody listens because it's the way the way he gives it out.
No, I think it's a good rule. Here's my thing about Kevin
I'm just
Samuels.
saying no, but
I agree with him, and I think it's a good rule of thumb. But I still am not gonna lump every woman into one. As a black man, I am not gonna lump everybody in one category.
But you can't.
But that's not what Powder's saying. What Powder's saying is that he's not what Kevin Williams says. He's not necessarily Kevin Samuel.
Damn, you didn't do no homework.
Sorry, I didn't. What he says isn't necessarily wrong, but how he says it automatically makes someone else confrontational. It's like, no, let me finish. Because I haven't seen that specific video, but we've watched some of his other stuff, and he's very aggressive in how he calls people out on their bullshit. And it's the same thing, like, what I can equate it to is, right, he's doing a very man versus woman type thing, right? And then women want to get defensive about their stances and what they do, right? And you're like, oh, but you do it. They get defensive. We do the same thing when people call us on our bullshit. We get defensive and we don't want to hear the truth. Perfect example, Trump voters. They don't want to hear the truth about what's going on. They rather make up these elaborate lies because we are continually backing them into a corner to where to justify the position that they're in. They got to act a certain way. And that's what he's basically doing. He's calling people out on their bullshit, but he's doing it in such a, he's not doing it in a way to drive conversation. He's doing it in a way to drive controversy.
So Andre,
to increase views, I'm gonna get real with you. To increase views, to sell merch, to sell speaking appearances. He's doing it to stir controversy. Because if he wanted to have a genuine conversation, he wouldn't do it in the way he does it.
Listen,
he would have an open dialogue.
It would be an open dialogue.
I get you on that, and I agree with you, Andre. But here's the thing. You can only make that call in retrospect. You cannot project that onto somebody that you don't know what their intentions is until after the fact. So that's where I have the problem. I don't want to be generalized. I don't want to generalize the next person. Yeah. And so I'm very careful not to make the next woman pay for the previous woman's mistake. Yeah. You feel me? Yeah. So that's why every time when I'm invited by a chick to a dinner, I'm looking to see if she's going to pay. Now, if she doesn't, I'm going to have it covered. But just because previous XYZ did it, don't mean that this chick might not. Yeah. And I can't do that. And as a black man, I know how it feels to be projected upon or somebody expecting something. So it's kind of hypocritical for me as a minority to sit around and say, hey, I don't want to be judged based on what you think your stereotype is, and then expect the same thing out of a woman. So I get what you're saying, and there's truth in what he's saying in retrospect.
Yes.
But it should never be projected into the future.
Yes.
That's just my stance on it.
No. I love this whole generalization conversation, because it's like, don't you think that, like, you don't generalize a woman, but you don't think a woman don't generalize you?
Just because
How many? No. But
it.
I'm not saying you got to do it. I'm not telling you how to react, but I'm saying that, like, have you not ever dealt with a woman?
No, I just dealt with it.
But have you ever you deal with a woman, right? Or, you know, whatever your interests lie, and they constantly judge you because of what somebody in the past did? Like my all right, so example, my last guy cheated on me. So when she look at you, instead of her getting to know you, she automatically assume you a cheater.
So my perspective on what you just said, Powder, is this. Just because a person, I can't fault a person for judging the world based on their experiences, because it takes a special kind of person to put aside their personal experiences, their personal hurt, their personal trauma, and still give everybody the benefit of the doubt. There's only a few people that can do, a select group of people that can do that. So, true, the women are going to generalize you based on their bad experiences. Men are going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, not everybody is going to just be like, hey, let's judge each individual on the content of their character.
No, but I'm not saying to judge, but I'm saying, like, how often do you feel like you're put into a category before you belong there?
It happens, but
all right. So
I feel like,
so let me ask you this: if you came into a relationship with the purest intention, and the chick was like, "I just feel like you want to fuck me and dump me," like, how are you gonna feel?
I'm gonna open up a dialogue. Like,
and what's that? But again, like, how are you gonna feel? I don't want to know what you're gonna do. I want to know how you're gonna feel,
because I know the reason why they feel that way is because it's happened before. A lot of people judge the world based on their experiences.
So have you ever cheated?
Huh?
You ever cheated?
Actually, I haven't.
Anybody here ever cheated?
I have.
Yeah, me too.
I haven't. And
but why?
And that's not to sound like a simp or
why?
sound good.
It's convenient.
I literally haven't.
Convenient, or it's just that, like, you start, like, things change?
I've never been in a position, so I'll say this. I haven't cheated, but I've never been in a position where it was just super convenient, like, you know, to cheat.
Yeah.
But I will say this. I've been in a position
What do you mean super convenient?
So I'm in a relationship. Rihanna shows up naked and says, I want to fuck you. That's convenient. And I might fucking cheat.
You might.
You will cheat.
Man, Rihanna walked through that door. You cheat,
Bro, because I am
celebrity lists are a thing.
A,
for
I'm
a
in
reason.
love with Rihanna.
But
B, that's why I put that out there.
You obviously differentiate love and lust.
Yeah, everybody should.
So you don't love Rihanna, but you lust for her.
I could love her.
Okay, but
I might love her, actually. So that wasn't a good example.
But again, like, these are all points Kevin Samuels makes. Like, and if you don't listen to him enough, and you know, he said it himself. He was like, I get so much backlash because you listen to clips.
Yeah.
Versus the whole message. And I tell you this because I listen to the message. Like, I've been streaming Kevin Samuels for days.
But this is the problem I have with Kevin. Like, he makes a lot of great points, but one day he's gonna meet that woman that does all these things for him, and she's gonna be walking on eggshells. Because she's going to be thinking every day I can do one thing that'll trigger him and I'll lose him. So he's never going to find that.
Or he's going to change his tune.
Yeah,
but no. But I've seen women like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like experience with that is that. But who's whose fault is that at the end of the day? Like the biggest thing that Kevin Samuel says is, differentiate the men and the women shit. It's high value.
Yeah.
Right? But who holds the highest value for you besides yourself? So if you met a great woman and she valued herself, do you think she'd walk on eggshells?
No.
And to me, that's the thing that, like, if his streams don't get you to listen, his streams, it's funny because, like, I'm listening to the newest one. It's like, Are Modern Women Toxic?
Yeah.
Right? And he has a Zoom call. So he'll bring people from the Zoom and he'll put them on and shit like that.
Yeah.
And every woman he put on agreed that modern women were toxic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And granted, this is only, 6 of, 4 billion women.
Yeah.
But it's like they all agree that, there's some type of toxicity in women. And, some of them will say it came from men, but men can say it came from, who knows who owns it. But the fact of the matter is that it's a learning exercise for all parties, men and women involved. Because I've listened to Kevin Samuels in the past week. I've made so many changes in my life that I just can't sit there and say, I was like, damn, I'm not conducting myself right. I'm not doing this right. Like a week ago, I would have told you I'm toxic. I'm trash. Like, that's just who I am. Somebody's got to do it. But then I look at it as like, am I? Or is that just the excuse I'm making?
It's the excuse you're making.
It's the excuse I'm making. Yeah. Versus saying that, you know what, I'm better than this.
Yes.
So when we tell you this,
no,
you like, fuck that.
Hey.
But when Kevin Samuels tells you this,
But Kevin is going to speak at his eulogy.
But the thing is this is that, like, you guys are my friends, so you guys are always going to tell me how it is. You're going to tell me what I don't want to hear.
Yeah.
You know what? And I know you're going to love me regardless.
Yeah.
Right?
are we though? Will I?
I am.
Will I? Do you think he puts off like too much negative stuff? Like,
no, but that's
sometimes
what,
it can be positive too.
But sometimes I listen to Kevin, and again, like, even driving here, I was listening to Kevin Samuels, and he was saying some shit, and it was like, I don't know if I could get down with that.
Yeah, man.
But when I separated what he said in the moment to actually thinking about what he meant, I was like, no, I agree.
You're the type of individual who can have a conversation about something and see the other side. That's the difference, right?
Yeah, but
like,
but
you're
that's
not
what
taking,
we need.
That is what we need. You're not taking exactly what he says as what he says. You're unpacking what he said
And see it from different.
and that's my problem with him and some of the stuff that I've seen is like, it's not necessarily what he's meaning to say, it is how he's choosing to say it. And I feel like someone who can be that insightful to come off that way, like, you're coming off a certain way and you're doing it anyway. Like, I feel like it's so intentional. Like, that's my problem with him, right? Because, like, he comes off very toxic masculinity, but his messages and what he's talking about isn't always toxic.
Yeah, but that's so my thing with him is that, like, what I didn't realize, like, when you see clips, is all his shit is live. Like, when he has these conversations that you see on World Star, they're live. Do I think he's clout chasing a little bit? Yes. Let me say some shit that's gonna ruffle the feathers, and I'm gonna get the viewership.
Yeah.
And then, like, the things like when you watch his streams, he's got his Cash App at the bottom and his Patreon. Like,
because if you hear the backstory, he's been doing this for 3 years. Why now all of a sudden he blew up? Because he started saying some like real toxic stuff.
If you look at it, when he first started, he was talking to men.
Yes.
About men holding your value. Because
he was preaching the positive.
No. It's not the positive. It's knowing your value. Because what he says makes a lot of sense. And I got into a fight with my cousin about this. Because when I went home the other day, I was telling my aunt, I was like, I'm listening to this guy. It makes a lot of fucking sense. You just have to actually be able to interpret what he's saying.
Yes.
And then I was like, what he says about the women of my generation, which is, the 30-ish, I said it's the same thing for the whole generation of the 20s. What he, and again, how he generalizes like women in our 30s can be said for the whole 20 demographic. And the example I use is this. He was like, men don't have superheroes to come save them. Right? If your car break down, what you gonna do?
I'm gonna call roadside assistance.
All right. What you gonna do if your car break down? You gonna try to fix it?
Yeah.
Right? You gonna try to fix it? You gonna do something.
My time is valuable.
But
I ain't got time to be trying to fix it.
Yeah, I understand. Hit your hand like that again. Right. So, but he was saying that and again, this is what he says, and again, we're not reading too much into it. He says when a man accepts responsibilities and stuff, he understands the repercussions of it. Like if you own a car and that shit breaks down, you understand you have to fix it. Right? Mm-hmm. When a woman gets a car and it breaks down, she understands she has to call somebody. Right? Mm-hmm. So it's like, okay, that makes sense. Because he was like, same thing with a man. You can't eat tonight. What do?
Hey,
starve.
Find a way.
Right? He says when a woman can't eat tonight, what does she do?
Hit up the phone.
Call somebody.
Hit up the friend.
Hit up a foodie call.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So he was like, we built a civilization to cater to women and their,
That's interesting. So the last point you made is a very interesting point. So first and foremost, I like to say, I'm not with generalizing, whether it's men versus women or what. I'm just not with it because everybody has been through something. And I get it. I'm an empath.
Yeah.
So for me, it's different. I'm 100% an empath.
Yeah.
So I always like to see what's going on past what my experiences are.
Yeah.
But you said something interesting. You were like, if I was hungry, am I going to eat or are we going to starve? We're going to make something happen.
Yeah.
And you said that a woman would probably hit up somebody. My grandmother taught me something when I was young. She was like, you need to get out of you right now the pride that you can't ask for help. That you can't rely on people. She was like, if you have people in your life that you can't rely on, then they shouldn't be in your life.
Yeah.
But the people that are in your life, you need to accept those blessings because you never know where. She's very religious, so she was like, you never know where God is actually blessing you. So for me personally, that question you asked if I was hungry, I would hit one of you niggas up and be like, yo, can I get you? Can you get me something to eat?
Yeah.
I'll pay you back.
Yeah.
I can still keep my manhood by saying, hey, I'm going to hit you back.
Exactly.
But I'm not fixing to fucking starve. You feel me?
Yeah.
So the predicaments that we put ourselves in, a lot of times are of our own making. A lot of times we feel, oh, woe is me. The woman done this. We feel put upon. But a lot of times we don't like to sit and look at why it actually is what it is. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So fast forward to a woman's just being resourceful. You feel me? So I don't subscribe to the whole us versus them thing.
But
because we have those same opportunities. We're just too prideful to get on the phone and be like, hey, homie,
but
I'm hungry.
But do you
feed me tonight?
But do you understand how that makes us different? The thing is what he says is that why do you have pride?
Why do we all have?
But why? To an extent. Like, do you care honestly what my opinion is of you or what like a chick's opinion of you is? Because again, like you'll show but you show up to your homie's crib in whatever clothes.
Yeah, I don't care.
I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care.
But if I know I'm showing up in front of a female, I'm stunting, I'm fucking clean, I'm this and that. So we care.
Look at me.
No, but I'm saying we care what a female's opinion over our homies, because we know our homies going to accept us regardless.
Yeah.
If you told me you was hungry, you didn't have anything to eat, I get you a meal. Like, I don't care. That's what homies do. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes to a female, we wouldn't want to show a female that we were lacking in any department because of pride. And that's what he said, was that the older generation, he was like, your grandparents stayed together regardless because of a reason. He was like, if you think your granddaddy didn't cheat, you know, you may be up to something because maybe he had a family across the town, but you didn't find out until he was dead.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because they knew enough to keep it together. So that's what he preaches.
Yeah,
like,
but that left a lot of people unsatisfied and unhappy long term.
But
like, that has its own set of problems.
Yeah, but he said he was like that. Everything has its own problems, but he was like, with the amount of shit that just goes on nowadays, like, you don't know. And again, like, I'm not agreeing with this guy. Like, yo, like, his word is the fucking word. But
Let's go.
I'm saying that, you know what, when it comes to, like, it makes a lot of sense. You know, he talks about men being raised to be more sissified and women being raised to not need a man. Right?
So,
like if you think about it, a mother now, when she raises a female, they raise them, don't depend on a man to do anything for you. Right? So they become very independent. And then, like, other things he says is that women don't like to play below their level. When you date a chick, right? Do you care what she does in life?
Yes.
All right.
But I live a slightly different lifestyle, right? I need it. Like, I don't want a chick that's dependent.
No, but
like,
I'm saying,
I need her to be a certain level of independent.
But do you care what she does in
Oh,
life?
no, as long as she got her shit together.
If you make $50,000 a year, do you care if she makes 35?
No.
it depends on her mindset. If she's content,
no, her mindset is. Well, I didn't ask mindset. I said money.
Yeah.
Right.
I was gonna elaborate, but then I realized
no.
you was just talking about about like,
so
if
like
she made that money.
his thing is that, like, think of a woman making 35,000. Does she fuck with a dude making 20,000?
Nah.
Right? Now, when he talks about this, and again, like, if you listen to it, it's like, and again, please don't think this is every woman, because it's not. But it's like, as a dude, we could fuck with a chick making whatever, 20,000, 40,000, 60,000, 100,000. I could care less, right? But it was like, for women don't play on their level. Women want a dude on their level or above. And it was like, they shame dudes for saying that. I can't fuck with a chick who works at McDonald's. But if a chick were to say the same thing, I can't fuck with a dude who works at McDonald's, it would be two different reactions. Right? If you was hanging out with a group of females right now, and he was like, yo, I can't fuck with no chick that work at McDonald's. Granted, she had her head on her shoulders or whatever. This not shaming the female at one bit. You said that, though. Everybody would shame you from the get-go. Blah, 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 blah. But if a chick said it, nothing, they would laugh. He was like, toxicity between women is a joke.
Yeah.
You know, and again, this is the last thing I listened to before I got here, was that he was talking about The View. You ever watch The View?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he said on The View.
Wait, how four dudes sitting around at one ask, you ever watched The View, and all of us say yes?
Yeah,
Hey,
I watched it.
Listen,
I watched clips.
But I'm saying, so with The View, they were talking about a chick cutting a dude's dick off and putting it in the blender.
Lorena Bobbitt?
No, it's somebody else. Oh. But they all laughed.
because Lorena just threw.
But they all laughed. They thought it was a joke. This chick did this to this dude. It's a funny joke. That's a woman being toxic, and it was a laughing matter. They said, let a dude had did that to a chick.
He's psycho.
he's psycho, and then guess what? You're gonna be coming to burn the house down. Mm-hmm. So in my head, that's when it started to make sense, was that we don't treat the situations the same. I'm not saying what's right and what's wrong in either or.
Yeah.
I'm saying that it should be the same. If you want to be equal and you want this and that, it should be the same reaction. If a woman says, I'm going to chop your dick off, it shouldn't be a joke. Because if a dude said the same thing, guess what? You be locked up in jail for attemptive whatever.
Battery.
Yeah.
Battery.
So that's what I'm saying. Like with him, it's weird, but he makes some sense.
Okay. And we're going to leave it at this because we got to move on.
Yep.
But my thing is, when we're having a discussion, and this is a thing that I notice in my fellow men, and I don't have a problem calling them out. When we talking about equality and the double standard, we're not ready to have the conversation of the opposite. You feel me? Why things are the way they are, or how we're perpetuating that stereotype. Because a lot of these stereotypes were created by men based on their ego. You feel me? We had to figure out a way to differentiate ourselves from the next guy. So we were like, we can provide this for you. This nigga ain't got shit. You feel me?
Yeah.
So we're not ready to have that conversation about how we are also perpetuating the same stereotype that these women are buying into, which is why I say, if we go back to the way I do things, which is each individual person is their own individual person formed by their own individual experiences, then once you start empathizing with an individual, instead of doing this generalization bullshit and he said, she said, this ain't right, because it is true. Women do that. It is true. Men do, you know what I'm saying? Like what women accuse us of. But the thing is, if all we're doing is pointing out the blame and we're not changing it by addressing individuals as individuals, then we're just perpetuating the stereotype. Because the same thing, if it wasn't one of your homies and you were vying for the attention of a girl, what we gonna go to? I can get you this. I can get you that. I can do this.
But why is it come to that? What? Okay.
So you saying all that started with a woman?
No, but I'm saying that. Okay. So what do you think women want when they make? What does City Girl say?
Yeah.
What does City Girl say? Only a bag make this pussy pop. Gotta have cash to make this pussy pop. So that's the message given to you by the new demographic.
But guys do the same thing.
No.
Where all the ice.
But
it's gonna make the women
but even in take it back to Big Pimpin', take it back to Big Pun, take it back to Notorious. When have we ever required anything from a woman besides being a woman? When have you asked for a woman to have 6 figures? I mean, the only thing I can think of is fucking Neo with Miss Independent and Boosie with Independent. So that's the only thing. That's the only thing. Hold on. Let me fucking talk now. Damn it. Relax.
He about to Joe Budden your ass.
When have you required a woman to bring anything to the table besides a great personality and maybe some good sex? When have you required that from a female?
When have you thought it was socially acceptable for you to require it?
No. Stop. I'm gonna cut you off there. Because you know what? I'm socially acceptable. I'm required to take care of my female by taking her out to eat, right? Being a positive influence on her side. I got to give the bomb man's dick, because if I don't give the bomb man's dick, guess what? There's another dude out there with dick that could get it. right? You got to eat pussy. You got to do all these things.
Powder,
But
I'm gonna keep it
how
100.
many requirements do you have of a female
I'ma
versus
keep it-
how many requirements she has of you?
I'm gonna keep it 100 with you. A lot of these requirements we feel they have are in our head, and I'm gonna ask you.
All right.
Listen,
All right.
let me
So
tell
tell
you.
me,
Hold on.
if it's in our head, then why do we dress up to go to the club? All right, dress to what? What did they tell you? What did they tell you? Dress to what? What did they tell you? Dress to impress.
Let me talk.
Okay.
We either subscribe to a stereotype or we do not.
Okay.
How many times
So,
have me,
what is
you, hold on, and everybody else said, damn, she with this ain't shit nigga. She paying his rent. He living with her. She doing this.
I ain't never seen that.
No, stop.
Come
we
on.
have.
Lies.
We have.
Lies.
You know what I'm talking
Lies.
about. We
Fucking
have.
lies.
You talking about the
She
yellow?
lived with him.
You talking about the yellow bastard?
Bro, there's so many
That's
women out there
different.
paying
I don't
this
know.
nigga
Hey,
rent.
but you don't. Again, like we don't understand certain things of the game.
No, see, so now here,
You don't know what that dick like.
listen.
Hey, we don't know.
Hey,
We
Listen.
don't know.
my
So
man,
I
the
said all
the
that.
yellow bastard out there
I
is
said
slinging
all
at
that
9.
to say that even though we see the hypocrisy, we're still
No, but
subconsciously reinforcing these stereotypes.
no,
that's
I'm
all
not,
it
I'm
is.
not because like I never look at a woman outside of seeing her and being like, damn, she beautiful. Like I never look at a woman and think, I wonder what she does in life. Obviously, I gotta start asking the question: is this bitch crazy? But like
So
I
you don't
can't-
care about the
I don't care about what she has in life. I care about what she brings to the table as a human being. That's the only thing I care about when
Okay.
I think about it. Like she could tell me like, and again, I've been in this situation where a chick's like, I got to go back to school and get an education. No problem.
And so the
I
view
get-
to take out of that
But
is,
listen,
listen,
how often do they look at me and judge me?
you don't know that. And
Yeah,
you
but
can't
I know that.
But
I know that.
Here's the question.
How much pussy am I getting right now?
I don't know.
I've been judged.
Listen, it could be any number of things. All I'm saying is, just like you don't do that, not every woman does.
I'm not. I never
that
said.
as
I'm
well.
not saying every woman, but I'm gonna leave it at this before I go into my Patreon. I explained this shit to DJ Will. I was like, "You understand stocks, right?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "All right, cool." So 51% majority ownership means what?
You own it.
You own it. Your word is bond, right? So I was like, if 51% of an opinion is true, yes, there are anomalies. There could be 49%, this and that, but it's the truth, right? It's called majority votes. It's called a generalization. It's called a stereotype.
Life cannot be lived black and white, and that's the thing.
Okay.
Life cannot be lived black and white. There is all shades of gray, right?
Well, no, I understand there are shades of gray. I'm not telling you that there aren't shades of gray. I'm telling you there's 49% shades of gray.
Okay.
But 51% ownership means that they own it.
So what you're doing is
So
causing
what?
yourself a lot more
I'm saying if 6 out of 10 women want to know what you do in life before they make a decision about you, then that's a stereotype.
Exactly.
Okay,
But
okay,
You,
so
you
how-
will be able to listen. You will be able to discern that.
Hey, listen. I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna prove my point tonight. When we go out to eat, every female I'm gonna walk by, I'm gonna ask her specifically: does what a man does in life matter to you when you choose him as a mate? Ghost gonna be my motherfucking witness. Hey, and you know what? We're gonna keep a tally, and I'm gonna bring these statistical facts to you at the next podcast. and I promise you this: if I'm right, you're gonna fucking know it, and if I'm wrong, I will admit to it.
Okay. Also, I want you to add a stipulation.
Yes.
Ask why.
No, it don't matter.
No.
Listen,
Listen,
if she asked
because what a man
specifically,
does and his drive in life also is an indicator.
But-
of listen, nobody, man, woman, or anybody wants an ain't shit person. So you can say all you want that what a woman brings to the table don't matter. But if you got
I didn't say that. I didn't say what she brings to the table don't matter. I said it don't matter to me.
Okay, so you can say that.
I said financially, like I don't care what she does in life.
You can say that, but that also can be an indicator because if a person is satisfied making $22,000 a year, and that's it, then that means they have no goals.
Yeah,
that means they have no ambitions. That means they have no vision no vision for the future. And so, simply saying that having a income requirement is not enough information.
But you're not listening to me. You're not listening to me one bit.
I actually am.
No, because you're not. Because you're saying that I don't judge them in their current situation. I can meet them being a waitress at Chili's. I can meet them being a order taker at McDonald's. That doesn't mean what she wants to be in life.
So you're not going to ask her that?
But at first, I'm not going to know anything about her.
But you're going to ask her that, right?
If it gets to that point.
Okay.
My man. But I'm saying a chick looks at you right away and judges you. You don't have to say a fucking word. She'll look at you and look at a dude next to you with fucking his whole rent check on his neck.
You know why that is?
And you know why? And you know why you won't get no play? Because he chose to fucking squander his mom's insurance plan to buy fake ice versus you.
You know why You know why I feel like why that is?
No.
It's because women
No.
Listen.
No. Now you changing the subject.
No.
You changing the subject.
I'm not changing.
Because you sitting there talking about people's goals in life. I'm talking about from first glance.
And I'm trying to get to that.
From first glance.
I'm trying to get to that.
Okay.
Listen. So, as a man, how many times do you have women coming up to you during a day?
Not enough.
Exactly. As a woman, they probably have men coming at them.
Okay.
24/7.
Okay, so
they got to make these split decisions.
Okay, so if they making decisions based on ice on the neck versus character of person, then you're not proving a point.
What kind of women are you hanging around?
But again, how often do you look at two females and see one with jewelry on and one not, and then actually give a fuck?
And how often do men look at women and see the one with the fat ass and look over the one that's got everything on for them? It's a generalization.
But again, I'm saying if I'm judging you based on looks and personality, it's way different than when I'm judging you based on what you got. Right,
it's two sides of the same coin.
But okay.
Listen, this conversation is going to go nowhere. Y'all will continue to go in circles.
But again, like my whole point of this was that it's completely generalized.
Exactly, and my point was we shouldn't generalize.
We should no. You saying that you don't generalize and women, but women do.
Everybody does. It's not just women.
But who do you think
you just said
how? But again, what I'm bringing to you is a fact that you look into any music, and this could be country, could be rap, it could be R&B. How often has a dude demanded that a chick bring a bag to the relationship?
How often has a dude demanded that she bring ass and titties?
Hey, no. Okay. So bring. Look, I'm gonna
two sides of the same
no,
coin.
it's not, because then the chick wants you with a big dick and a bag, right? So keep going with it.
So you're saying that men value something different than women.
I'm saying that we don't hold the bar as high.
Bro,
listen, what he's basically saying is when we scale women from 1 to 10, it doesn't matter because we're gonna fuck. And when women scale dudes 1 to 10, there's a stopping point where that dude's getting no play. That's the difference between what you guys are saying.
I'm not fucking any and everything. And if that's not every man either. So my thing is this, bro. We have a scale, like you said. Whether it's we're gonna fuck or we're not gonna fuck, there's a scale. You just said we have a scale 1 to 10. It's based on what we perceive. They have a scale, 1 to 10. It's based on what they receive. Because they're different, I feel like if you don't have empathy, the way you're going to see it, you're going to always be bitter because the way you see it is not fair because you see it differently. We have a different scale of judging women than women have a scale of judging men. So then we sit back and say, oh, it's not fair. We got to be this. But we don't stop and think, okay, there could be reasons for this. Again, women get hit on by men because obviously society has set it up that we're the pursuers. So women get hit on by men all the time. So the first things they can say, you know what? It's been my experience. A nigga that ain't shit, I've dealt with this. I've took care of a dude. I'm not nobody's mother. So they got to have this going for them.
Can I ask a question before I kill this topic? And I'm going to ask this across the board, please. It's not just Ergo. Has anybody thought that if they made more money, the caliber of women they dealt with would be at a higher level?
Yes.
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 Okay. No. No. This was not for that. So do you now? Here's part B. Do you think women think the same thing based on money?
Meaning,
Do you think the chick thinks she needs to make more money, or do you think the chick needs to think she has a fatter ass?
a fatter ass.
She
So it's the same thing.
No. For self-appropriation, we feel like we need to be more successful and have more money.
Yeah.
In the chick's eyes, she needs to have a better body.
Yeah.
So it's even worse, actually, if you think about it, because you can always make more money.
Yeah.
You can always get a better
You
body.
are who you are genetically.
No, because that's why a lot of women view, in a lot of different industries, not even in just sex work, a lot of women view plastic surgery as an investment in themselves. Not only does it boost their own personal confidence, but then it also makes them more appealing to a more general audience, which helps them get better careers, get more money, all kinds of
Yeah,
stuff.
that's
No.
It's
All right.
still relying on
So-
somebody else.
Okay,
to
so
modify.
ask me this. Last question, I promise, before I go into my Patreon. Jay-Z, right, makes a song about big booty bitches. The majority of the people listening to that are who? Men or women?
Women.
Men.
I would say both.
Oh yeah. I think. More
Come on.
women. Because most women want to be in that.
No, but
In
I'm
that
saying,
same-
I'm saying that like we listen to it, like we're listening to the lyrics. Women are just jamming. So if we listen to music that's culturally appropriating fat asses, that's why women would think that that's what guys want, right? But again, we only ask for physical aesthetics versus money. Like you never looked at a chick and said that she doesn't make enough money to be my girlfriend.
I feel
Ever?
like
Have you
again-
ever done that?
Huh?
Have you ever done that?
No,
Have you any of y'all ever done that?
No.
All right.
but I have. I have.
But I do want her to grow. I don't want her to
Listen,
stay.
I have said
I want her to
her
stay.
mentality. She's not.
Granted. Nobody. Again, because we're all success-driven people.
Yeah.
So we want to be successful. We want somebody to compliment our success. But I'm saying that's never been a requirement. But do you not feel that certain women, if you walked up to them and say 7 months ago, before South Beach Beard Lawns, you've been like, "Hey, I'm unemployed, but I'm working," all the women would have gave you the same play?
Listen.
No.
No, let me ask you. Let me answer your question with a question.
Question with a question.
Yeah. So you said that, have we ever done such and such, or felt like if we had more money, our situation would be different. The flip side of it is, when dudes get money, the first thing they ask for is, "Oh, I want a girl that's not with me for my money." I want a girl that I want to know that a girl is here for me.
The point is that we're striving to get money because we think that's what brings bitches. That's the point.
So we are also internalizing
that's it. Just
we
because
are enforcing the stereotype as well.
You were raised just like every other human in society. That the goal in society was to mate up. You were supposed to find somebody, marry them, have kids, and then move on, right? So I got to find somebody to marry that I love, have kids with them, and continue society. But this chick won't marry me unless I make 6 figures. Because the chick that'll marry me that when I make 5, she don't meet the Jay-Z requirement. So yes, men are obligation at a dude that you raise your standards too high physically, but then that causes women to raise their standards financially. Like women don't care what you look like. If you got a big dick and you got 6 figures, you could basically bang just about any chick you want.
Bro, I'm gonna say this.
Anybody disagree?
We're still going on.
If I gave you 100,000 in a big dick, what would you do?
What now?
If I gave you 100,000 in big dick, you look unfamiliar right now. If I gave you 100,000 in big dick, what would you do?
Fuck all the bitches.
If you gave me 100,000, I'd invest
100. If I gave you 100,000, but I'm saying if I gave you 100,000 in big dick, you'd be out there, right?
How do you know I don't have 100,000 in a big dick?
I'm just saying if I gave it to you, you'd be out there slinging it, right? All right. So anyway, yeah.
I get tired.
I'm sorry.
Like, you know what?
Like I gotta be completely honest.
I
here.
feel like
since we being honest, you look like the type to lay down and she ride you.
But sometimes it'd be the best one.
Who?
When she's doing the squats on it?
He don't look like he destroyed.
When you doing the squats
he
on
don't
it?
look like he destroyed from the back. Look at him.
No, when she's doing the squats on, that's probably the best part.
I'm so glad you think that.
I just said you don't look like that. I'm not trying to fuck you, so I don't care what you actually do.
I love it because I be hitting bitches with the element of surprise.
Bitches, you heard that? Bitches, he be hitting y'all with the element of surprise.
And dudes,
So again, let's go back. When I say bitches as like just a regular word, no real meaning behind it.
You're
Same
so
as
toxic.
women.
You're so toxic for this podcast because you got everybody but Ghost saying it.
I was just about to say that I'm semi-toxic. Like
You're semi.
At the end of the day, I'm still a man.
Why can't you just admit to being toxic 100%?
Because
why is this so hard for people?
Because I'm an empath and I'm not.
What is an
fully
empath?
Toxic.
Is that like one of those Indians?
Look it up.
Like,
That's an ACT word. You know it.
A what?
I said it's an ACT word.
What the hell's the ACT? That's for people who couldn't take the SAT.
SATs, whatever.
No, ACT was for people who couldn't take the
SAT.
ACT was the.
It was
I'm thinking of ASVAP. I'm just thinking of the apps.
No,
I was say the ACT was for the ones who couldn't pass the SAT. That's what it was.
So I scored a 30 on mine the first time, freshman year. Don't get with me.
I'm not trying to get with you. I'm in the chick.
You're right. You can't get with me. I'm smart as fuck. Anyway. No, but what I was saying, Powder, is what was I saying? Shit. I'm buzzed.
I don't know, sir. You took
all right. So we gonna end this Patreon. You know, I mean, the podcast's been going on long enough. It's a Sunday. It's Father's Day, so I do want to give a shout out to all the fathers out there, and I don't mean like baby daddies. Like if you just a baby daddy, you're not a father. Like fathers out there, the ones that be like Ghost, who got to spend his days off, you know, letting his kids pick on him and shit
all day, bro.
So
you should hear the way his kids talk to him.
Jesus,
like literally when I call him on the phone and his kids is there yelling in the background, I'm like, damn, you. That's a father right there because he's there. He's engaged in his kid's life. And you know what? Again, it's not blood. You know what I'm saying? It's not blood. It's about you there. You in somebody's life. You a father. It's not that baby daddy's day. It's Father's Day.
I feel you. So Powder, on the way here, I was thinking about that. I want to take time to shout out. Like I understand that I am privileged to have had a father that was present and loving and an example of what a man should be in their children's lives. So I want to take time to shout out my father. Wish him a happy Father's Day. He has been there for me since birth, and he continuously, I could pick up the phone right motherfucking now and call him. And he's probably at some kind of like pastoral Father's Day dinner But he would pick up the phone and he would give me advice, encouragement, or whatever I needed at the time. So I want to give my pops a shout out and say Happy Father's Day. I love you, Pops. And for all of you other people that did it without the male presence, I commend you for being the men that you are, fellas.
Yes.
Regardless to that. And also, if you've impacted somebody, even if you're not a father, because I'm not a father, if you've impacted some young man's life, kudos to you.
What about some young woman?
Huh?
What about some young woman? Like you said, a father.
Oh, well, yeah, you're right. Some young woman.
Damn, son.
Some young man. Damn. A little bit of toxicity.
Damn, like toxicity over here. Like you don't impact young
never
women.
claim to be perfect.
Like
Anyway.
oh, I get it because you like
Bro,
to be.
why you picking
You
me
like to be
apart?
big daddy. That's what you like to be.
Why you
Like you be
picking me
going up on these
apart?
women like yo,
They used to call me Big Easy back in the
big.
day.
I don't know
But
who called you
anyway.
that.
So
No, I just want to. I want to give a
Happy
shout
Father's
out.
Day, guys.
You know, like a couple of people told me Happy Father's Day today, and I just got a cat. You know, what I'm saying that's my baby. You know,
hey, you are showing empathy, support, and love to another.
hey, you know what?
creature.
Every time I
Happy
hear
Father's Day, bro.
every time I hear empathy, like I think of my Kevin Samuel shit now when he was talking about like people show sign, and sign is shame. The fuck was the second one? Shame.
Starts with I.
It starts with I.
Integrity,
No. What the fuck was it, man?
ingenuity,
No, it's something wrong. Hold on.
intolerance.
No. No, it was shame, something, guilt, and need to be right. I forget.
That's my biggest flaw. I can admit it. I love to be right, but a lot of times I don't even argue if I'm not 100% on it because
So he got something. Damn, man. I'm gonna bring it to you next fucking because he talked about the FBI and the CIA, and the CIA is for like men, and for women it's FBI. One of them's like feminine something, blah blah blah. I don't know. I gotta
trying to package all this shit in a cute package.
whatever. Hey, my man makes sense. Believe it or not, you know.
I listen to Kevin Samuel. Like you didn't introduce me to him. I know about him.
I'm just saying, if you listen to him, you'll change your life. You'll become
Bro,
from
I'm
a
an
regular
empath,
dude
so
to a high
I'm looking
value
at his
dude.
shit and I'm doing this.
So, but anyway, back to the point. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out
Yes,
there.
sir.
And I think we gonna have to end this podcast and ask Ergolf one question.
I'm ready.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
No, we wait till next podcast.
Next podcast.
All right, we'll hit him on the next podcast.
Okay, good. Because you might not like the answer right now.
And I don't think you will like the question. No, we appreciate y'all tuning us with us for episode 2021 of the Two Dab Crew podcast. We're gonna hit you with a peace.
Peace.